stage of their adventure. Not exactly one where as a linear path, as right now they are taking a break from their whole murder, murder, kill, kill, try to save a town, try to save the world scenario. Right now, well, not really world, because you don't really know what's happening in the world because you haven't explored outside of the kingdom yet. But you are trying to save this kingdom, which is a very personal world to you. Except for Dust. Dust belongs to a different kingdom. So he's just having out, which is a pretty cool thing to do. But along the way, you met friends, allies, enemies, and then a frenemy. While here, you managed to find Whisper once more. After losing her to her job, technically, and then also emotionally by Nikolai. Still fine with everyone else, though. But along the way, you picked up a few other people, old friends, and lost a few of them to training and, well, their own, well, jobs. Vol's currently the only heir to the throne that is old enough to be an heir to the throne. Unfortunately, she does have like 2 other siblings, but that's not important right now. Unfortunately has to be here because right now they're looking for her brother, and without, a proper heir, they can't exactly advance forwards, which is kind of dumb, but that is why she's sticking around. She did give you information on where to potentially find him, but you would need, well, a tracker in order to do that. And the only one you know that goes into the Great Wild Forest left earlier today. Since you didn't speak with her in the morning, she decided to carry on her job. Not a people person. Grok sticks around until you guys leave the town to continue his training and potentially get a little bit stronger. As shown, he is not exactly the strongest. Along the way, you picked up a random merchant named Opal. And, well, this is kind of where you've ended up. Freeing Opal and Vol from, a cage after getting arrested, and everyone else learning a bit about themselves, and in Ada's case, a lot about what she forgot. And this is where you stopped before the day's end. And this is where you begin. As you begin to wander around, Opal, Vol getting out of the, well, proverbial and actual cage, and Vol kind of still stuck in one, she does state, Dust and Grok, thanks for letting me out. And, Ada for actually being able to. But I do have to stick around, which makes sense. I don't want to, but it does make sense. But while you guys are here, I can hang out, at least for the time.
Yeah, we'll keep you around. We'll leave a note with Namor, saying that you're with us, so that when time comes by, he knows that you're with us, and that we'll return you back to the castle before we leave.
She nods. Opal does state, I mean, that's fine and all, but didn't you need to speak with Namor about something? We go back and cut back to you speaking with Namor, you getting the Cipher System book, you eventually figuring it out how it works tonight, and then bringing it back tomorrow, because you rolled super well. Yeah. Come back out, and basically you're studying while on the go. And then Opal states, okay, that's covered. Just chronologically, just trying to cover my own butt. Opal then states, alright, is there anything else you guys need to do today? I kind of need to go, get some money, and there's only 2 ways I know how to do that.
You're free to go about doing your own thing. A few of us need to decide, though, what's going to happen next.
Yeah,
where we plan on doing what we plan on doing next. Opal, you're free to continue on with us or go about your own adventure. But I think at least the 3 of us, and I'll point to Ada and Nikolai, need to figure out what we're doing. And Whisper, you're more than welcome to join the party again as well.
Well, seeing that I'm how would she phrase this? Well, seeing as I am kind of stuck right now for about 2 months, I have time to kill. Definitely some time to enjoy myself. Opal then states, all right then, if you need me, I'll be around town. If you need me, I don't know if you will, I'm gonna go make some money in one way or the other. Don't worry about it.
Opal, wouldn't you like to meet our wonderful friend Whisper? She's a wonderful person. You should get to know her.
Opal looks towards Whisper. She was like 5 feet next to her. Hi? Hello? Okay, I'm gonna go now. Okay. It looks towards Nikolai. Yeah, she's great. Really pretty, but
Okay, bye.
She waves. She might be able to be found. Comes back. Yeah?
Oh, no, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Leaves.
I have a bad feeling she's gonna get back here again.
Yeah,
So
she went up somewhere.
I look at Whisper. So we you ready for that fight we were gonna do? Kind of like scuffle thing. Yeah.
I have time to kill, and potentially people to kill. So if you want to go into the fighting rings, there are a few open exhibition matches later today.
Well, I mean, I currently am not at my. We'll kind of like had a little scuffle earlier in the courtyard. I'm not really at peak, like full rest.
I did say later
status.
today.
Oh, okay. So
rest,
I could take a rest.
you?
I could take a rest in between. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No problem. Yeah.
Yeah, I think right now they're just having some sort of looks towards dust. What do they call it when they're pretend fighting, but just to show off?
No fighting?
No.
Well, there's sparring that's enabled to improve their skills, but there's also the tournament in which they fight each other and to show off their skills.
Probably
to the general.
I don't know.
To the general public.
Right now, because it's so early in the day, it's basically noblemen that have nothing better to do and their sons going out, pretend fighting here and there, their own guards. Obviously, the noblemen will win, and then show off and then leave. And then later in the day, the actual fighters get to fight.
Oh, I know what it's called. WWE. That's the name.
No, that is very much sparring. It's just noblemen, they tend to have the attitude that they need to show off and look the best in whatever they do. Am I not rightful?
You're not wrong.
Werewolves, warriors, and elephants. They used to have it. I remember it back in my own kingdom. I remember they had the whole fighting thing. It was weird.
I believe you. I just don't care.
Well, okay then. Gus, did we have something to do today?
Yes, let's make our egg.
Whisper looks at you curiously.
That was a
looks
little
at
bit.
you curiously.
You said that very odd. I mean, you could say it like we gotta make the gem of the item that we were going to sell. I mean, yes. I mean, I know we've schemed about this, but you said it like it was like kind of like a mutual thing going on here. I don't know. Okay.
I was gonna say, it sounded like you guys were about to scam somebody,
Yeah.
but
Grok was there enough that he doesn't seem confused. But Whisper has no idea you have been going through.
So I would think that the other three, Nikolai and Dust, would have been like discussing this over the past week or so.
Yeah, definitely. But you
just in downtime.
The way that you said that was very odd.
Whisper does state, so where are you gonna make your egg?
That's none of your business.
I mean, I'm gonna have to stick around until I beat you up
Yeah.
later today. So,
You'd be
I'm
lucky
thinking.
if you could
Well,
actually hurt my arm or like
I was,
break
I
a
was gonna say
finger of
while you
mine.
two do that, me and Whisper can get to know each other.
I'm fine with that.
That's a good idea. We'll probably make it over at the Jewelers Guild because we do have to stop by there to get a few more materials and for it, and I should be able to get. I shouldn't have a problem with getting a workspace to make it. So
I suppose.
I think we'll head over there. Nikolai and I will head over there. And anybody else who's wanting to join can join us.
All right. Grok's sticking around. Kind of want to see. He's been there enough that he knows what you're talking about. But he kind of wants to know how you're going to do this. Vol's sticking around since she. Honestly, she wants to see how Nikolai fights later today. So she's not going to miss that. Whisker's probably going to stick around to get to know Ada a little bit better, or the rest of the gang that's new to her, which would be Vol, Grok. No, knows Vol, knows Nikolai, knows Dust. Ada and Grok would be the newest, since she is not part of the same regiment as Grok.
But she would have at least known who Grok was, just
Yeah.
a little bit.
Like saying, when you guys transferred of powers from her to Grok and the rest of the gang.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, she's seen him, but she's never actually interacted with him. But back at the Jewelers Guild early in the morning rather than at night, when the place doesn't actually have people in it this time around, you enter inside without too much of an issue. And much like before, you do see some mineral deposits here and there, some potions that were crafted, some scrolls that created to help along, the purposes of magic casting into gemstones and the like. But overall, the things you have seen before.
Yeah. I'll walk up to Khan.
Oh, okay. I will follow him.
Hello, Khan. I would like to inquire what gemstones you have left on hand.
The only ones we have left are the emeralds, as mentioned beforehand.
Oh no, it's the sapphires. I'm just above game.
Oh, right. My bad.
Because I took one ruby and then the 2 emeralds.
Oh, I think I wrote that wrong in my notes. Okay.
Yeah, I took. Let me. I have it on my list. I took one of the rubies, and then the 2 emeralds. And so there should be the sapphires and the rubies at least, and 1 ruby left.
Mm-hmm.
Plus
Okay.
whatever diamonds he has, but I'm not really interested in diamonds.
Yeah, it's what you mentioned beforehand. All I have left are the 2 sapphires that I left, a ruby, and a few other more expensive gemstones.
Hmm.
Hey, Dogma, real quick.
Mhm.
I have a question. Okay, so this is kind of a rule question. Okay, so in the rules of spell scrolls, the spell scroll says, I'm paraphrasing here. You can read the spell. Okay, if the spell is on your class spell list, you can read the spell scroll and cast its spell without providing any material components. Otherwise, the scroll is unintelligible. Casting a spell by reading the scroll requires a normal spell casting time. Does that mean that if we don't have the spell on our spell casting list, we can't cast it? Or is there like something that, since Dogma has more languages he knows, he might be able to read it?
I'll tell you this.
Or did I say dust? I don't know if I said dogmas. Dust.
You said me, but I assumed
Yeah.
you meant us. Yeah, I'll tell
Yeah.
you this. I am okay with bending the rules a lot, so it's fine.
Okay. Because I forgot, I didn't know how that worked, but I know that wizards can learn any spell scroll on their book, but I didn't know you can't cast it if you don't have it on your list. So yeah. Okay.
Yeah. The basic premise is you can get a spell scroll from your magic pool, and you're able to cast it. If it's not in your pool, you can't really cast it. I think that's kind of dumb because the way I think you're free to say no, you're wrong.
Okay.
The spell scroll was made by the one that could cast it, so the spell is already integrated into it. You just need to unfurl it and read it.
Gotcha.
And most
Okay.
of the time, it's written in Primordial, Draconic, or Sylvan usually.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt you, Dust. I wanted to make sure that that was a thing we can clarify before anything we got too far into this.
Yeah, and like even in my games that I DM for, the way I treat spell scrolls is essentially someone made the scroll, so someone who doesn't have that capability can use it.
Mhm.
Given it's a one-time shot
Yeah.
in my games.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I think primarily they have that rule so wizards can't like pool everything in. $7.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
But back in game, he does state, I do have the sapphires and the 1 ruby left. What you were looking at. I did get 2 more opals in, but they were a hard find to get, and they do now clock at 200 gold per.
Do you want the opals, Dust?
just about
I
game, I
would-
need to look and see what opals look like.
No problem.
An opal is a white. It looks like a white gem, I believe.
Yeah,
It's very nice. It looks exactly like the image you sent me. Actually, it would fit really well with the gold.
I will take the 2 sapphires and the opals. They will do nicely for the project.
All right. Since you are buying them at a very bulk, I'll reduce down the price and give it to you for around 300 gold.
I hear that, and I give the man 300 gold.
He nods. He takes out like a very big chest, but when he opens it, there's only like a handful of gemstones here and there. Underneath it, there are like diamonds, but no one's buying diamonds. Everyone else is buying like other things. Generally, when you buy diamond, it's for like very, very big things. So generally, they have a lot.
Yeah.
But the other types of jewels, they don't seem to have a lot of those, which is surprising. But he takes out what you ordered us, Nikolai. You give the man the money. He closes it back up. Like the entire thing is 1/5 filled. Closes it back and puts it underneath where it was placed.
Gotcha.
It seems like the guild has a shortage of gemstones. Is there a reason for that?
Right now, the kingdom has a shortage of gemstones. Unfortunately, the Great Mine has had to slow down production due to danger.
Would you be happy to let me know where the mine is? Maybe in my travels I might be able to clean it up a little bit and make it a little easier for us to, as jewelers, of course, to get our materials.
Of course. It's not that far away. It's a couple days out. But here in Isle, it's just by the mountain range. About a day and a half to the south. It seems that something has gone near it and gone into the mines and made it their home. And right now people are trying to clear it, but it's taking time. He does point to... he shows you a map, points it. It's honestly not that far. But it is basically leaving at that point. It's a triangle next to aisle.
Okay.
Sideways
Okay.
square?
Yeah.
Definitely not a triangle.
Yeah, the diamond.
Diamond, thank you. I don't remember the word diamond.
Yes, we might be heading that way soon, and we might be able to help out a little bit in that case.
From what I remember, the kingdom is offering a bounty, so it's possible you might be paid for your kind gesture.
All the better.
Just make sure you tell them, or else if you just do it, people can be stingy, so watch out for that.
That is true. Thank you again, Con. And if you have need of my services, I do design and actually a great deal of many things, and I can provide a lot of materials as well. Just let me know.
If you're around town, no problem. I can tell you, though, that right now we are in need of gems, so perhaps when that clears up, I might have need of your services.
Would you, I mean, Dust, we do have some gems. Do we want to, would you be willing, I mean, I don't know if that's the right thing to ask. Would you sell, would you buy anything from us if we had gems or not?
It depends on if you're willing to barter with them.
That's up to you, Dust.
Just above game. For the most part, gemstones, they're, when it comes to jeweler, especially Dust, if he comes across a gemstone, he's going to hoard it.
Mm-hmm.
Because Dust kind of specializes in gemstones. Like his lamp is like a stained glass, is a lamp, Middle Eastern, like the stained glass lamps in the Middle East. But instead of stained glass, it's actually made with gemstones that have been shaped into panes.
Gotcha.
So, Dust specializes in gems. One of the things that he specializes in is gemstones. He's a high-end jeweler.
Okay. Well, I have this gem flute. I pull out the flute that Vol gave, or wasn't it? Not Vol. Was it Vol?
It was Vol.
Yeah,
you show
they gave me. Yeah.
Con the crystalline flute that is basically carved out, looks beautiful, with a whole bunch of ornate decorations on top. Con, I think they were diamonds too, which is why Dust didn't like it. Con does state, if you don't mind me breaking it apart, I could potentially use it if you're willing to sell it.
What's your asking price?
Right now we are in need. We do have metals and the like, so gold, silver, and platinum and copper aren't that hard to go by. It's just the stones themselves. So I do have a surplus of that I can barter with. If you just want the raw material, I can do that. Seeing as your friend here is a specialist, or if you want actual currency, I can give you 250 gold for it.
Dust, do you need any other materials that we were gonna do for our project, or can I just use this for gold, or what would you suggest?
Nope, that's about it. In fact, the opals give it an extra touch. So I thank you again, Con.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll trade you this for 250.
You put down the flute. He looks at you. He kind of feels bad now. He puts down 250 gold, and then like to the side he puts down 50 more gold, puts it together and like gives it to you, making it a show.
Okay. So he gave me the money back that I just spent?
No. Well, technically yes. You gave him the flute, and he can carve that up and make crystalline gems. But the main thing what he was doing is he was undercutting you about 50 gold worth the flute's value.
Oh, okay.
And since you guys were so nice, he kind of felt bad, so he put down the remaining value.
Yeah. Okay. No, I was just like, oh yeah, I was generally like, okay, cool.
I get it. It's just it's awkward for him. But yeah, he does look towards you, nods, assuming you get the gesture, which you potentially don't. Potentially knowing Nikolai.
I might have.
You can go ahead and roll insight.
Okay.
Or if you believe Nikolai knows, that's fine.
I don't know. He might. He might not.
It's like one of those things where you saw him put money down and then put money down a little bit later. You're picking something up, but maybe not the entire thing.
Gotcha.
But Khan does state, if there's anything else, let me know. Otherwise, feel free to look around and peruse the shop.
Well, thank you.
Very well. Gus is going to come over and look at the minerals that are available.
All right. Looking at the area where the minerals are, you do see a whole bunch of random ones, as well as ones you might be into. The ones that come up to mind, though, are the granite, the cobblestone, the coal, a very large granule deposits here and there. Is there anything specifically that Dust is looking for?
I'm looking for like a brass.
Oh, they have plenty of metals.
Yeah.
So when looking inside, you do find a few dowels that were melted into dowels, so it's easier to carry. You do find like copper, brass, platinum, silver, dowels all in there.
Yeah. So Dust is going to pick up some brass, some various metals, just to kind of restock. So let's say some dowels of silver, a little bit of gold.
I should say that the dowels are basically about the size of a yardstick.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just letting you know how much you're getting.
Yeah, no. He's getting the dowels because he can just he can slide one end into his pocket, and then it'll just keep going.
Well, yeah, that's certainly true. Forgot you bought those pants.
And so he's going to get a variety of metals so that he can work on various projects.
All right. Are you getting like anything that's used for currency or just the other material?
A little bit of silver and gold.
All right. That's another issue.
But mostly the other materials.
Yeah. He does look at that, notices you getting a few dowels here and there. He does show you the price tags, and overall, it's like a good amount of raw materials and then a little bit extra because of the gold and silver. But overall, it's not that expensive. It's just 100 gold total.
Okay. And then you said that there were potions and scrolls, and then what else?
A few potions, scrolls, books, if you want to learn, study, and, help develop your own form. But honestly, you wouldn't need that. There's
I will have a look at some of the scrolls just to see what's there.
Yeah, I was going to say there are some plants here and there that some people would use to help colorize or decolorize certain grains and things like that to make sure that a potential metal could look darker or a deep red. So there are chemical plants here, as well as chemicals. But looking at the spell scrolls, you do see a few here. Is there anything you're looking for, or are you just like giving a random peruse?
Giving a random peruse mostly.
Can I peruse as well?
Yeah.
Because I was curious about that.
All right. While looking around, you do see the spell scrolls. Ada, Whisper are there as well. Ada, if you want to look as well. But looking around, you do see a few spell scrolls in the area. I want everyone to go ahead and roll perception checks. Just like checking it out as one would. Man, I can barely make them. I don't know if anyone, generally, I don't know if Ada would get this. As if one would, looking through DVDs.
No, she would not.
That's a 7 to 13. That's not bad.
What? Oh, look
As
at that!
a-
She's got the same as me. Look at that.
You see through the entire catalog here and there, some that stick out of mind, or in your mind. Sorry. Daylight, Dawn, Detective Wave, and Detect Magic.
Hmm.
Interesting.
It can detect magic, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Destructive, not Detective Wave.
Destructive wave?
Destructive way?
Can we look? I would like to look at this spell.
Okay,
Or I don't know. I don't know if I found it. I feel like Dust might have found it.
it's fine. I'm gonna say like you took these out
It's
and
yeah, it's more of like a group effort.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'll put it in Discord. But I'll read it all out anyways. Destructive Wave, 5th level evocation. You strike the ground, creating a burst of divine energy that ripples outwards from you. Each creature you choose within 30 feet of you must succeed a Constitution saving throw or take 5d6 thunder damage, as well as 5d6 radiant or necrotic damage, your choice, and be knocked prone. A creature that succeeds on its saving throw takes half as much damage and isn't knocked prone. Another way that you potentially use this is clearing an area and like basically digging a hole through it without, actually hurting anyone, which makes sense why they would have this.
Divine energy. Interesting.
Ooh, this could be potentially very useful.
How much would this be if we put? Yeah.
Looking at the price tag, it does read 300 gold, which is actually a very, very good bargain.
Yeah. I was like.
Oh yeah,
Dust, you want to get this?
They probably
Yeah,
have
no,
to make
no,
a lot of
that's the-
these, so they make it in bulk.
yeah. Dust is very much going to take this spell.
Yeah.
Probably,
This
I
could
hate
be handy later
you
on.
buy one and I'll buy one.
Looking around, you don't really see another one.
Oh, there's only one.
Only one. They probably don't put out a lot of them, but if they have a surplus, they put it out.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
so Dust is going to purchase
That's a
that.
paladin? That's a paladin thing?
Mhm.
Dang. That's interesting.
Yeah, no, paladins, they have some pretty nasty spells. Don't have a whole lot, but they're dang good.
Yeah.
But you give Khan the amount of money, and he does state, do be careful with that. We only give one out each week, and I'm going to say every 2 days. So Nikolai may have a chance to get another one, depending on how long you stay here. Honestly, it's used for mining and clearing out an area to make sure we can view mineral deposits, but it's also dangerous to other people, so do keep that in mind.
Yes, it's just a very handy spell to have in many situations. I probably will only use it as a trump card, so.
Of course.
But thank you. No, Dust will turn to the others. That's it for me. Oh, Khan, you wouldn't happen to have some workrooms that I and a few of us others could work in?
There's
Would
the
you?
back room if you want. You do have your card with you, correct?
Yes, I have my guild medallion, and Dust brings out his medallion.
Mhm. Clearly here they use cards, but you would have a medallion based off of your own lineage. But showing him this, he looks at it, the engraving, the inscription. Huh. All right then. That shouldn't be an issue. You do have access to the back. Just don't use anything that isn't yours. If you decide to use anything that's yours, please keep a record of it and pay once you're done.
Very well. Then Dust will turn to the others, and any of you who wants to look on while Nikolai and I work on this, you're more than welcome to join us.
I went kind of like excitingly as Dust like goes into this workshop, I'm like following him.
You do so, Volda state. It's this or prison. I kind of want to see what they were. They've been talking about this egg this entire time. I kind of want to see what it is.
I mean, prison is fun and all, but it's not as fun as doing alchemy.
So we'll just kind of go up into the back workroom.
Enjoy your time, gentlemen.
Up.
Envol.
Invol.
Enjoy.
It's their prison. But while they're back there, Whisper does look towards you since it's I can't really say gal power time because you don't really know each other. So Whisper looks towards you. So how did you all this?
How I met them?
Yeah.
Oh man, it was a long. It's. I would say it's a complicated story. They were trying to get into. Moment.
Mighty.
Okay, were we all originally at a height, or was it Mighty?
This story
Mighty.
began in Hythe, but Ada, you met them at Mighty.
Okay. So originally I met them in Mighty. We were all trying to get into the place while they weren't letting us in at the time. And that's really it. I shouted profanities at a guard for some reason.
Yeah, that sounds like them. Did you not? There's the secret passageway through the mountains. Did you try that?
We did. We eventually did. Yes.
Oh, I mean, they were told about it before they left, I think.
Yeah, but that was like a last minute thing.
There were
Go ahead.
above game. There were 2 secret passages. There was one that was just right outside of the gate, and then there was one going through the mountains. We chose to go through the secret one through the gate next to the gate.
Oh, I thought we went through the one near the mountains.
No, that would have been like a week longer trip.
It would have taken some more time, but I wouldn't say a week. It definitely like a day and a half. Which honestly, in a day and a half, based off of what you saw, probably would have made things worse. But you basically tell her the story of how you guys met and what you brought all of you here. She does state, that doesn't surprise me. Like, honestly, the first time I met them, I was only just messing around with them until my team got back. Unfortunately, a lot of them kind of died.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's not really an issue. I was, part of their team because I was assigned to their team. I didn't know them.
Oh.
I was just an advanced scout, making sure Vol got to the city and there was no traps. Unfortunately, though, the traps happened after I scouted the area.
Well, at least you didn't. Did you get hurt by the traps?
No, by traps I mean the sundering, which was, the whole planes coming together, big light show.
Oh,
In the
right.
sky, and then things fell down to the earth, to the world, and then, creatures, goos, giant plants decided to attack people. There's also some flying things that I haven't seen in a while. Well, those things probably killed my team. Actually, giant wolves, from what I remember, killed my team. Thankfully enough, Vol survived. Barely.
Wow, you all have been through a lot, and I never even realized that.
It's fine, I do this all the time. Not really used to people.
You're not even talking to people, or?
Bit of both. I'm fine with speaking with people, it's just, people don't generally like to talk to me.
How come?
I push buttons a lot.
There's a rare chance where you actually push my button, so you'll be fine.
I mean, you say that, but okay.
You could try.
I really like you better than Nikolai. But besides that, I'm also kind of well, you already know. Gets up close to whisper, a spy. So I generally don't get too close to people. I'm very good with the blade, making sure I am able to not being seen, spotted, and stuff like that. And with a little bit of training, I also improve some of those skills and hit a whole lot harder. So, you know, trust, kind of hard.
I get what you mean. I mean, I never went through that area of earning my skills. I just had I didn't have a lot of friends as a kid. I had technically just one, and then I lost her. And then I apparently found her again when I got here, and it's complicated.
I get it. I mean, orphaned at 4 years old, trained to be a mercenary by the kingdom, basically raised by the crown to become a spy for the crown. Complicated is what I do.
And you're fine with this?
Don't know another life.
Also, just bring it. I know it's probably something I should get into. What happened between you and Nikolai?
Oh, I mean, it was great for a while. We were just honestly messing with each other, and then Nikolai took a little bit too far.
What do you mean by too far?
Well, there's pushing buttons, and then there's ripping off a wound.
Like an actual wound or a mental wound?
Mental, metaphorically.
Oh. Yeah, he can do that at times.
I mean, it's fine. I just know I can't ever trust him. So, don't like him anymore.
Well, that's your opinion. I won't judge you.
I mean, we all have opinions. I mean, you can trust him if you want. I just don't care for him anymore. That's it. There's nothing bad about him.
I mean, to be honest, Nikolai's been through a lot. Same thing with Dust and you. And I guess I don't know what's going on with Vol and Grok. I know Vol lost a sister. I mean, not a sister, a brother.
In your mind. And arrested.
Yeah. Oh.
She was arrested.
Yeah. A lot has happened. Let's be honest.
Yeah. At least you have this downtime right now, though. Before, whatever you decide to do.
Oh.
Apparently make an egg.
I don't know why they're doing that. I think they're trying to get money by selling it. That's at least what they told me. I don't really know why or why Dust needs all that money. I know it's for his sister. I just don't know what, and he hasn't said anything about it yet.
I mean, with money, if you don't know where someone is, since he's not traveling with his sister, I'm assuming he doesn't know where she is, you can pay people to go find them.
Oh. I never really thought about it that way.
Either that or he's very greedy, which, oh no, I get it. People need money.
Dust doesn't seem like a rather greedy person, but, I don't know him on a personal level.
I knew him for a while. He seems nice. Really likes his things. A lot.
Yeah.
I will tell you, though, if you really want to mess with Nikolai, talk about the person that he likes. I don't know if it's changed. I haven't been with you guys. Well, been with them in a few months. But her name was Jillian. A nice human, blonde-looking woman. Belongs to a mob boss, his family. Messing with that, and you're good to go if he ever gets on your nerves. With Dust, it's more of a personal thing, so I wouldn't mess with him personally. Like emotionally. But messing with him personally, a whole trick cup, things like that, accidental wire to make someone fall and tumble and throw their pie in his face, something like that. Emotionally, I feel like he's a little not fully there.
I mean, they never really got that principle with me. I think they mainly just helped me a lot. I guess they were kind of like the only friends I ever properly have.
Puts her hand on your shoulder and basically states, I am sorry for you. You're not sure if she's messing with you or actually being sorry.
Can I
Or
make
sympathetic.
it?
Go for it.
There we go. It'll take a second. Did it roll? Yep.
That's 6. Hard to tell. And by the way everyone's been describing her, you believe it could be either.
Oh, thank you.
Nods in the affirmative and removes their hand. So then, while they're making their egg, you want to check out someplace in town, meet your friend somewhere.
I mean, well, your boss kind of has my sending stone, so I can't really contact her. I mean, we can visit her tavern, but yeah, we could do some things.
Dust would have actually finished that up fairly early on
The sending
for
stone?
yours.
No, specifically, Ada, he doesn't have your sending stone. He has basically a marker to inscribe his own sending stone with your frequency. So later on, he can call you.
Oh, okay.
You still have it. It still works.
All right, well, that's good. That's good to know.
Yeah, but she does say, I mean, if you don't want to do any of that, we can go and look at the exhibition matches while they make a giant egg.
Listen, I'm up to anything. They're going to be there for a while, probably.
Yeah, all right. You want to go get a drink? I know a good place.
Sure.
Okay. I honestly thought you were going to say, or we can go to the library or something like that. I don't know. You look like a book kind of person.
I've read way too many books. And listen, I've been to a lot of libraries in my life. I just need something new.
Yeah, that's fair. You and her begin to head out. In the meantime, the rest of the gang begins to make a giant egg.
Ooh-wee.
I'm curious now, how big is this egg gonna be?
Maximum it can be. I mean, depends on how much materials we can put into it, but maximum it can be 5 by 5 feet. So
It's going to be decently sized. I'm thinking dragon egg size.
probably.
But it's not going to be like solid gold.
No, it's gonna be a very sizable egg. I mean, I don't know how we have to tally up how much gold we have on our inventories. So,
I think personally,
we could wait. Let's get to our whole alchemy situation. Figure out if Dogma has another map we can jump into.
I do not.
No, okay.
no, just being here is fine.
Okay. Well, we need to get like a little spot. Like, oh, I thought there was an upstairs, but
No.
okay.
I misread this map the first time I laid it down. I thought the circle thing was basically a chemical tincture area. It is not.
It's like a little. It's just a circle that goes around. Oh
Mhm.
wait,
That's
It's a
what I
staircase.
thought. But it is a staircase.
Huh.
So essentially, this circular spot is the workspace that he's Dogma is stating is the
okay.
circular area.
Cool.
Okay, so we have a total of.
How much do you have?
So we both have 6 pounds
Wait,
of
what?
gold.
Wait, no. Well, don't tell me. Just say what you have, and then I'll add mine.
Okay. I have a lump of 600 gold. I mean, not 600 gold. 6 pounds of gold.
6 pounds. Okay, that's 6 pounds. Okay, cool.
I got a gold nugget.
Okay.
I have 3 gold bars, but I'm kind of saving that for
Okay.
later. And same with the nugget. I'm trying.
How-
I'm
you're saving
using the
that?
nugget.
How much is the nugget?
It would probably only be worth like 10 to 20 gold tops,
Okay.
if that.
From what I remember, it was 10, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I'll just say 10 gold then, because gold nugget wouldn't be a whole lot. Like minimum would be 10. So
Okay.
around 10, it would be around 10.
I have, and then so we're not using a gold nugget because Dust is stingy.
Has other plans.
Hey, well, I thought you had other. I thought you had other things you would want to use this for. I mean, I brought the whole spell scroll so we could have as much possibility for this.
At that point in time, Dust will pull out the 3 gemstones that he has.
Okay.
One
So-
ruby and then two emeralds. The ruby is shaped into the shape of a heart, and the emeralds are in pear shape. Are pear shaped.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I plan on making some jewelry with this.
Okay.
And enchanting the jewelry. Then he puts it
so
away.
What are we using? Okay, okay, Kyle. You're saying things that I'm not sure what we're using or we're not.
Okay. What I'm planning on using is the lumps of gold that we have.
Your
And then-
lump of gold and my lump of gold.
I think it'll actually only need even half of that.
No, we're using all of my lump of gold.
Okay, we're gonna use okay. And then the
I want to
opals.
put into this spell is equal of equal value that the spell costs. I do not want to put less than the value of the spell that it cost me
Okay.
to buy it.
How much did it cost?
700 gold.
Okay, we can do that
Okay.
because we actually the gemstones alone.
Are you putting in the gemstones into the spell? Because I'm confused on whether or not you have
Yes,
to.
yes,
Okay.
yes. The sapphires and the opals we're putting in.
Okay, sapphire. Okay, so I was trying to write this down. So 12 pounds of gold, and then sapphires, fires, and the opals.
Yeah, and so in the
Okay.
sapphires and opals, they're kind of more of a rough stone, probably because of how much they cost. Because the sapphires cost, I believe they were about 250 each, which is why Dust didn't take them. It was like 250 gold each, so they're good sized.
Okay.
They're about this, and same with the opals. They'd be
Okay.
pretty decently sized. So what the spell will do essentially is,
I mean, I haven't
It will-
handed it to you yet, but
yeah. So and Dust he kind of lays out the plan. He's drawn up plans, like blueprint to actually make it. And in the Discord, I'll do a picture of what it looks like.
okay.
Okay, so outwardly, it's going to look similar to this dogma.
Mm-hmm.
It's with 2 peacocks, and then there's going to be a stand there at the bottom. If you look closely at the eye of each of the peacock feathers, it will be kind of broken up and chiseled out pieces of the opal and the sapphire alternating
Yeah.
between the feathers. But it's also designed so that it'll open up to have essentially 2 peacocks standing on either side of a bowl, and it will have a music box. And he's also going to incorporate some of the other materials to make the music box function.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the other metals that he purchased, he's going to use those to make the music box function and then kind of coat it all in gold.
Makes sense.
That came in horribly as the color. I thought that would be it's actually black. I was gonna do a size comparison so you could see like how big the egg possibly could be.
No. Put that up. That was actually very good for
Okay,
the
cool.
sizing.
Pays.
Put that back up. That's very good for sizing.
Okay, so now you can it's a clear background, but you can see the person's silhouette. So
Yeah. No, I can clearly see the person's silhouette.
okay. So
it will probably be
the middle one, I would think.
Middle one or the one just right of it in size.
Maybe the middle one or one smaller. Yeah.
Yeah. One of those two, depending on how much gold we have. But essentially, when the peacock unfurls, the music will play, and the feathers just kind of branch out to the two individual peacocks. So something that we could do with mechanics and having magic imbued into it.
Definitely.
And so, Dogma, have you? Okay, just as a reference of this, when we were talking about this, me and Kyle, have you ever seen The Legend of Korra?
Yeah, a while ago.
Okay, so I showed Dogma, I showed Kyle the episode or like the scene in the Metal City when they're doing a dance choreography, and they open that there's like a flower that they open that's made of metal.
Yeah.
And it's similar to that kind of thing.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember what that looks like, but yeah.
It's been a while, but yeah, I'm getting the gist.
Gotcha.
And then when the music will cease, then as it slows down, the peacocks they'll close up the egg again.
All right. This isn't impossible. With the skill Dust has and Nikolai's own dexterous movements, you are capable of creating something like this.
So
it all depends.
I'm gonna hand him the fabricate scroll, and then I can throw it up.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
All good. Continue, Nikolai.
Oh yeah, this would be very difficult without this spell, because it's going to be very decorative.
Okay, I hand him the fabricate scroll so he can, and I read Draconic. I don't know if that's going to be any helpfulness as well.
I mean, you assisting, making sure everything is all set up and prime and ready, definitely gives the advantage.
Gotcha.
All right. Grok and Vol are there if you want more assistant hands.
Grok, do you have an extra pair of hands? I mean, we might want some assistance if there is some tedious placement.
Sure. He comes over, assisting you in all this. He's okay strong. Not the strongest person in the world, but having someone to make sure things are in place and in order and not moving apart when you're constructing something is useful and vital. Vol's there.
Gotcha.
Unfortunately, he's not that strong or dexterous. She is wise and intelligent, but that's about it. She's a druid.
Yeah.
Plus, potential buyer is her parents. So.
Yeah. Oh, she can tell you about style because her parents don't have any.
Ah.
She has a bit of a charisma.
Yeah. So she could help out with what about this and improving it. So this first little bit will just be improving upon the discussing how to improve the actual design, and then when we start using the fabricate spell, it'll be a little bit more hands-on.
Yeah.
So
cool.
As you begin to basically inscribe and imbue the metals together, trying to mount them in course, then making sure that they are interlined and interwoven correctly. You first start off with the biggest amount of metal that you do have, and then interchanging the metals, making them melt in such a way that they almost looked as part of one another. As soon as that happened, Grox hold onto it, and Dust and Nikolai, you begin to help out, cut and engraving the general feeling of the actual feathers themselves. Rather than continuing on while it's still hot, you just basically make the forefront structure of it. Vol on the same turn begins to help you and show you a bit of design to make sure it comes out right. It's not to say that she's the best of this, but she is helping out a little bit to show you what the mundane would potentially like. Unfortunately, Dust, you do like very extravagant things, not the day-to-day things. So she tells you a little bit about that, but honestly, you got this covered. But I'm still gonna give a bonus. Dust, go ahead and roll Arcana, advantage +2, thanks to your 2 helpers.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well,
Can I, before he rolls this, am I able to use bend luck if I need to do an increase?
I will say yes, but currently you've already used it today. I think it already procced Magic Wild Surge.
Oh
so
no,
just
not
keep that in mind.
Tides of Chaos. Bend
Oh,
luck.
sorry.
It's the +4.
My bad.
Or D4, yeah.
okay. I'm actually going to try to do something to kind of state a case. I would think, because Gus is using the full extent of his jewelry making skills.
Ooh. What if you can roll with advantage and then re-roll the lowest die?
And the skill fabricate takes into account whether or not they're trained in the artisan's tools, which I am trained in jeweler's tools.
So it's like I'm advantaging him, but he's already proficient in artisan tools.
So instead of using Arcana, I'm wondering if I could use my my tool kit,
yeah.
my jeweler's toolkit
Definitely.
proficiencies.
I could help him with my Arcana. I don't know if my Arcana is better than your Arcana, but
Well, with my jeweler's kit, my proficiency bonus is a +6, whereas my Arcana is a +2.
Yeah.
my Arcana is a +5.
I was thinking this more as a way of alchemy, but that totally makes sense. And Nikolai, I want to say, because the spell actually does kind of basically give you advantage anyways, I'll add Nikolai's arcanic knowledge to it. So whatever your bonus is, add it to Dust's roll.
Gotcha. So it's a +7 total.
Oh, I meant like without proficiency.
Oh, without? Wait, what? Oh, my Arcana.
So just take
my
just take-
intelligence.
your intelligence.
My intelligence modifier is +2.
So
Okay.
+4 total to helpers and advantage thanks to fabricate and your own tools.
And I had advantage on that.
Yes.
You
Okay.
did.
14 plus, you said
4.
3?
Plus 4, that'd be 18.
Okay.
You can
And then
construct
you said +2 for helpers, so that's a dirty 20?
I'm gonna. No, you already. Wait, no.
Nikolai
Okay.
has a +2, and Grok and Vol are +1s each.
Oh,
So
okay.
18.
Okay, so 18.
Yeah, so you make the form and shell of the entire thing right now. It's just now you're going to go into the more detailed work and the more refined
okay,
work.
we're not doing that yet. Never mind.
No, not yet. You're basically just creating the outer layers and the framework, and then you're going to go into details.
Gotcha.
Which is why I thought the jeweler's kit would be next. But yeah, it makes sense. At this point in
Okay.
time, you are going to go into a more detailed and refined way. And then heating process, cooling down, and things like that. So at this point, you can... I mean, you already used it, but go ahead and if there's any other way of doing things, because replication helps you in creating the outlining layers. It's just now you're putting it all together with details. So is there anything else you want to do to make it the best you can? Let me know.
We need to add the gems to it. Because the gems weren't in the metal. That was just the metal.
Yeah.
We need to add the gems on top.
Okay.
More detailed work. Dust, you can definitely use your jeweler's kit again. Nikolai, you can definitely assist. This time, however, it's not chemical work or heating work. It's more assistant. If there's anything you can think of, even magic-wise, go ahead and come up with something. Grok, once again, will help assist to keep things pinned down. And Vol will say if it's a yay or an nay.
Gotcha. Do you mean to roll Arcana, or?
Quite literally, even a spell, if you can think of,
Oh.
you can be creative. Would be beneficial. Like right now, you're going to details, engraving the gemstones into it, making sure that the mechanisms are functioning properly.
I don't know about that, but possibly that could work.
Yeah, that can definitely work.
Yeah. I'll throw a mending spell at it.
Mending, potentially a little bit of ice could also help in holding things in place.
I'll throw a mage hand on there as an extra hand, and then maybe like some chromatic orb as like a fire damage to help like.
Oh no.
Up.
At this point, it's just the little things that.
Oh, okay. Mage hand then. Yeah. Mending and mage hand. No
chromatic orb. Might out of game. It might chemically shift the structure of the metals, which might decolorize them.
How did I do 27 damage with the? wait, no, that was a 27 hit to roll. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
If you have maybe heat metal, that would potentially help. But we're going to more detailed work. But that's enough with the mage hand, and specifically mending to give advantage. So Dust, once again, advantage, this time only +2, and then your own skills.
Awesome. Natural 20.
There you
go.
Yeah.
It does take a couple of hours, so Nikolai, you can go ahead and be fully rested. Dust, you as well, except now you're... I'm going to say, Dust, you're rested. You have everything, but you've been doing a lot of work. So I'm going to say you have 1 point... I was going to say fatigue, but that's not the right word.
Exhaustion?
Exhaustion. That'll go away after a short rest.
Okay, yeah, because Dust would be fairly used to this.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay.
This is work exhaustion, not anything else. It can definitely just leave after a short rest. Basically, you've been working.
Yeah, we've been doing the work of what would normally take a month in a matter of hours.
With more hands. But this is in D&D, we have magic.
No.
So can he do the best possible? Is it like, since he got a 20 natural 20, is it better than it could be, or can I still add on top of that natural 20?
You can still add on, but it's the best detailed work you're gonna get. That doesn't mean you can't make it any better. The form and function of it, the wings and feathering, are like pristine cut, cleaned and polished.
That would be a 31 on your roll.
I think with this bend luck, I think we'll put that in towards not necessarily the design, but it enables a crystal clear music to come out from. Because this is more of an egg that is a music box.
Yeah.
So that bend luck essentially made it so that the music is crystal clear.
Mm-hmm. Other mechanisms seem to work, and the music itself. Most of the time, if you ever use a music box, it has that weird short dilation when you open it and it begins the mechanisms. Here, it doesn't have it. It's as if it continuously plays, even though Dust and Nikolai, well, maybe Dust would. Nikolai is told that it wouldn't. It'd stop once it's closed. But this thing is so retroactively incredible, it would be impossible, unless you're a very good expert, to replicate. This thing, in all intents and purposes, is a one of a kind. Unless you do something about that.
Dust is extremely proud of this. And so he is going to...
It's also big.
Just in the inside of it, kind of inside in the bowl, he's going to put his mark, and then he's going to turn to the other three and be like, This is a masterpiece. If you're willing, I will add your marks to this as well.
Nikolai just shakes his head. No.
Grok does state, I'm a fighter. Honestly, it might get reduced down in price if you put my name on it. My family is known for fighters and angry people. A lot of people don't like me. Vault does state, I mean, you're more than welcome to do that, and you might get a bit of better price in it, honestly. Seeing as, royalty helped you and all that, even though I did very little. But I feel like this is kind of your thing, and we just helped out.
Very well. And probably it's the first time since he made the twin lamps, Dust is putting his symbol on something that he can say that he proudly made.
Grok does state, after you finalize, polished it, and make sure that your engraving didn't dampen or anything, which it didn't. Natural 20 and plus 3, come on.
Oh, yeah, no.
Grok does state, so can anyone carry that? I mean, I can. I'll just be hampered for the rest of the movement.
I mean, do you trust him to carry it?
Dogma, what size would you say that it would be by the time we finished?
It would be not a 5x5 cube because you've had to clean it up and do a few things here and there.
Which one of those eggs? Would you
but
think?
Yeah, which one of those eggs?
Yeah, I was about to say. It's about second biggest egg.
Okay.
So it's carryable, but not like very awkwardly carried.
Okay.
And it's probably around a little over 12 pounds, 12, 13 pounds.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's over 15.
No.
You've definitely hollowed it out to the best point, but it's just, it's one of those weird things where you can carry this. You have to be very, very careful in carrying this.
Yeah.
Which Grok did state, I can carry it. It's just gonna have to be very careful while I do it. Entirely up to all of you.
Be told this is such a fine work that I kind of want it to remain hidden until we're ready to actually exhibit it. And
I wish we had a bag of holding. That'd be nice.
It would be. Maybe looks at this pants. Do they stretch wide enough? They don't, by the way.
Oh yeah, no. Dust, like after Grok says that, Dust will literally just take his pocket and be like, "Nope."
Hey, Con, I got a
yes.
question for you. Do you have magic items available to buy?
I have a few, but probably not the ones you want.
Well, I was looking for a bag of holding.
I do have. I mean, my personal one, but I don't have one to sell. I mean, if you really wanted,
above game,
yes,
Nikolai does have a bag that we think maybe a bag of holding, but we're not 100% sure.
Never identified.
Huh?
It's a bag of devouring.
No. We have a bag of devouring, but we also got another bag that we've never had identified.
Mm-hmm.
But we like above game. There's suspicion that it's a bag of holding, but we're not quite sure.
Oh. I'm still gonna ask him.
Yeah, he does say. I mean, I guess if you're really that desperate, I can potentially requisition another one. 600 gold.
Sure.
Does Nikolai have 600 gold?
Yep.
Nice.
Dust will actually pop out his head. If anything, it'll just be to borrow it. We
just need to borrow it. It's not like we
Oh.
don't need to have it.
Oh,
we
all
just
right.
need to use it for today.
Then I guess 10 gold for rental fee for the day.
Oh, sure. Okay.
All right. He like unfurls it and then he goes, "No, you're giving it back, so I don't really." Closes it back up. Considering emptying out his stuff, and then goes, "All right, there should be enough room here for about I guess now 300 pounds." It's
Okay.
It
And
stretches
that
out
would be
pretty
like-
widely.
It'll be safe. Like if we put something really, really delicate in there, it won't like hurt anything.
No, you can fit your entire grandma in there. Just don't do that. They wouldn't have air to breathe.
Oh, okay.
And-
Okay.
And Dust, he'll be like, Khan, as a thank you for letting us borrow your bag of holding, would you like to see what we made?
I would, but as a other practitioner of the Jewelers Guild, I feel like if I do, I might become envious or insult you.
Wait, he said consult?
Consult. Yes.
Insult.
It also
Insult
did-
or
I meant consult, but I did slur my words, so it did sound like
Oh.
insult.
Yeah.
But honestly, based off of your own skill set, if someone tries to consult you with your own things, it could be considered an insult.
Yeah.
I suppose it depends on how
it's
Dusty-
up to you.
Very well. Well, and he would have also seen my medallion with the symbol on it, because one side would have been the Jewelers Guild, and then the other side would have been the order within the Jewelers Guild that I'm a member of. So, but it's up to you. But thank you, regardless.
Of course. Breaking back by the end of the working day.
Okay.
Okay.
So yep,
Fresh,
and then we put it in.
Then I very gently and cautiously put it in the bag of holding.
You and Grog like hold end to end and like
put it in the bag.
don't even touch the thing as it goes into the bag. And it's gone.
Whoop. I did not have to use the token of honor. Thank goodness.
Grog does state. All right then. That should take care of it. I don't know how you found a bag of holding. I am assuming you're not using the bag of devouring.
I am not.
All right, because honestly, the item might be fine, but we wouldn't be able to retrieve it.
Ah, yes.
But you know,
Above game.
security.
I used the bag of holding.
Yeah. Above game, you guys would not believe how excited and happy I am.
Oh my goodness.
Weird, man.
Let's go. Nikolai runs off. Come on, Dust. We gotta go.
As you begin to rush out, Grok, not Grok, sorry.
Yeah, jump on the
nods
counter.
towards
Let's
you
go,
guys.
Let's go.
As you begin to head out, Vol closes the door behind her. If you need anything else, let me know. And congratulations on whatever you made.
Thank you.
It looks towards Nikolai. Your friend seems happy.
He does. I don't think he's been as happy. I think he's been kind of like to himself all the time. But apparently, making gems and like jewelry is very exciting.
I understand that. Jeweler's Guild, remember? Grok then states, right. Would you need to take care of a few things first, though?
Oh yeah.
Does
I need to go
anyone-
to a fight?
Yeah. And then he states, first of all, does anyone know where Ada is? And second of all, Nikolai, aren't you supposed to be fighting about now?
Oh yeah. Let's go head over to the arena. I think I'm supposed to beat Whisper up or something.
Speaking of, not beating each other up, but putting a few drinks into yourselves, just to relax. After all, Ada kind of had a very rough day earlier today. And Whispers enjoys the company of someone to drink with. While you two are drinking, you've had a few chit-chats here and there. You told her a few things, same in turn. She does tell you that she's a Talon, That's basically the name given to members of the kingdom that go out and basically deal with the not so good people in the world. Uh, Overall, though, she is not that friendly towards people in the beginning. But it's weird. It's not as if she hates anyone. It's more like, oh, I can try to read you as fast as possible to get the best source of information from you. It's interesting. Uh, like her or hate her, she seems to understand people quite well the first time she meets them. Not to say that you like her or anything, because she
Yeah.
is kind of mean sometimes. But Whisper does look towards you, Ada. So, any plans before you guys head out, of the city?
Well, besides the egg selling thing, I'm I think I'm just gonna difference. How could I say this easily? I dealt with amnesia since like the past few years, and now all those memories are coming back. And Nikolai and Dust don't know about it, and only ones I can really trust with it is your boss Nomar and my former friend Amara.
You can just tell them, right?
Yep. Just don't know. I don't know how to place it or what would happen if I just tell them.
How about you tell them when there's already bad news happening?
They'll just probably make the situation a lot worse if you think about it.
It depends on how or what, is bad. And how about I just beat up Nikolai in about, looks up, not watch, an hour, I think we have left. Like, really bad, and then while he's on the ground, you tell everyone, hey, blah, 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 blah.
You know, that could work unless you accidentally knock down Nikolai and then we had to wait until he wakes up again.
I mean, that's possible.
I mean, do you have like a lot of anger towards Nikolai? Do you feel like...
No, there's no emotion.
Oh.
None. Like, person point of fact. That's kind of worse than, hating someone. Because there's an emotional stance that could switch. With no emotion, there is nothing. But she does state, but honestly, when making sure Nikolai doesn't, run around and do things, because he tends to run around and do things, telling them then and there might be helpful. Dust is very rational, so he would understand a few things here and there. And Nikolai, without, able to move their body, would have to just sit there and take it.
That's true. I mean, I could probably trust Dust with it. I just don't know how Nikolai would possibly react. I mean, after beating him up, he probably wouldn't care less.
Probably.
Let's hope so. Cause it's a lot. It's a lot. I'm getting a lot of memories, and they're all pretty bad. Like not good things.
I mean, well, I don't understand that. You can always just make new and better ones.
Oh, I've tried. They always backfired.
Well, if you want, since you're remembering other things, I am tasked to deal with people that are bad.
Define mad.
I said bad. Out of game.
Oh, bad.
I said bad.
No.
She does state, bad. And, well, I can help you in some departments.
How do you feel like going to Dawn? Have you ever been there?
Once or twice.
Okay, places. I'll just say my ex-fiance lives there, and
She like puts up her hand. Say no more.
Oh. Well, don't kill him. I don't know what he's doing with his life.
Oh no, I
Don't
would
do
never
that.
do the killing blow. I would help you. Looks around, notices the bartender heavily looking at her, doing things. Looks away.
So
Help
you're
you
not.
get answers. However, if they are a problem to the kingdom, I will have to kill them. But if
No,
they are a
don't.
problem,
What's it? They'll probably not be a problem. I would like those answers though.
yeah, we can totally do that. I'll just strong arm them, and if they do become a problem, quite literally to the kingdom and potentially danger, arrest them to make sure we have all the information, and then see what happens after that.
It is size. All right, that'll work. Let's hope it doesn't come to those terms. I mean, I don't know what really has happened after we kind of left each other in a way. I mean, I was forced to leave, I guess.
I don't like how any of that's sounding.
It's not good. I'll be honest with you.
That's fair.
Mm.
I can tell you though, if you are remembering bad memories, then you're probably in a very pardon my language, shitty situation.
Yeah, I was in a war here in Isle.
Oh,
Yes.
volunteered or forced to volunteer?
Sort of a both situation.
It was sort of both, yeah. Huh. Yeah, okay. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it was nice. I did make friends, like Nomar, your boss.
Yeah,
and
nice guy.
that
Nice
was
wife.
it. Yeah, she's very nice.
Yeah. Did you know I
Oh,
actually went out with her for a while?
Really?
Totally not into women, though. Me, personally. She also not into women. I kind of made a bet with a few friends of mine. A few friends of mine and Namor's. That I could totally hook them up together. So
Wow,
in order to
okay.
do that, I kind of played the part of the bad guy that was taking his girl. He didn't know it
How
was
did-
me, though.
How did that go well?
Oh, yeah, they got married after.
Oh my god! Wow. Okay. Wait, I just realized. Does Ada still have Nomar's wife's hand mirror, or what's the mirror called? The folded mirror.
Yeah, you never gave it back.
Back.
Oh yeah.
So essentially, Whisper was helping out Namor's wife to get them hitched, or was it mutual friends that were trying to get them together?
Whisper is Namor's friend, but in order to get them together, she bet accompanying friends of them both that she could get them together. And also, she was doing a solid for Namor. So she pretended to go out with Namor's wife to make him kind of jealous. And then eventually they hooked up after Namor actually... It's a weird way of saying this, but grew a backbone.
Oh,
Wow.
so they got married based off of a bet. That's awesome.
That's amazing.
Sorry.
Oh my
I just
God.
thought that was
Yeah,
epic.
I-
An epic story.
It's a whole other thing. But yeah, Ada, you still do have the compact hand mirror. You never give it back, so you do still have it.
I should probably get that back to her at some point.
Yeah, that
Probably
kind-
for relief.
I mean, if you want, they're kind of, I wouldn't say rich, but they're well off. I mean, they run the orphanage in town. You can give it back if you want, or keep it.
That's true. I mean, I don't know if this is personal to her or just another thing she bought.
We can maybe go tomorrow in the office and see if he give it to him, or visit the orphanage. Either way.
Yeah, that'll work.
At this point in time, the bar owner does come over. Is there anything you need here? Looking towards both you and Whisper.
Oh, Ada looks toward Whisper. Do you need anything?
No, I think I'm good. I think we only have about 30 minutes left, so we should probably head out to the fighting rings.
Yeah. Hopefully you can beat Nikolai. No offense. Don't tell him I'm on your team on this.
Oh, you can take bets.
All right, I'll take.
She winks. But the bartender nods towards Whisper and looks towards you, Ada. And you, miss?
No, thank you. We
Very
should be off anyways.
Before you head off, she does look over towards Fauna. A random woman that did Ada? Yes, you did. Met
Yep.
before. She looks towards her. Is there anything you need, dear? Oh, food and water. Yes, but specifically, do you need ale? Well, you said waters, but would you prefer ale, wine, a different type of beverage? The fuzzy one. I'm gonna get you seltzer, all right? And what about food? Do you have plants? I'm gonna get you a nice salad. Looks towards you two. Do you mind keeping an eye on her before I prepare things?
Sure.
She goes into the kitchen. Almost like a doting mother because she's kind of worried for this woman. Fauna does look over towards you guys. Hi. Thanks for helping.
No problem. Do you like the tavern?
It's nice. I'm gonna assume Dust gave it a name. I think you did. Yeah. Mr. Dust told me about this place. It's nice. Thankfully enough, they let me stay with these. She puts down like small nuggets of gold. I didn't have any currency, so they let me pay with this.
Well, that's very nice of them.
Yeah. Do you know of a place that I can go and help at? I kind of went on a pilgrimage, and I'm supposed to help out wherever I can. But it's kind of an open thing, so there's really no plan.
Well, Ada looks towards Whisper. Do you have any suggestions?
There might be a bounty board at one of the guilds in town. You might be able to find a job there, or join the guild itself. Looks towards Fauna. Is there anything you're... She rephrases it before she says it out loud. What kind of skills do you have? Oh, I'm good with tracking. I can speak with animals. I can also heal people sometimes. And I can also Whisper then states. So are you a cleric, a druid? A little bit of both. And third thing, cryptic. But you know, it's fine. You can have your secrets. If I suppose if you are trying to help people, maybe asking an adventuring party if they need a healer or the like, you might be able to find someone that you said you're good with tracking, so that needs to travel and traverse from town to town or something like that. So maybe going to the bounty board might be helpful. And then seeing if anyone else has taken the same bounty. Okay. Do you know where that is? How about I help you tomorrow? I need to go beat up someone today. Alright. She goes back into her corner. And then the bar owner comes back out. Looks towards you two. Thank you. Don't worry about the tab, it's on me.
Oh,
And
thank
then
you.
goes towards Fauna to basically mother over her. She's not a child, but she is like a child going out into the world for the first time. But Whisper then states, alright then, gonna go beat up Nikolai now? Fight
Yeah.
Nikolai now?
Well, you're specifically fighting Nikolai, but yes.
I mean, yes.
Yeah.
But the exhibition matches are open for the public about now, so you can fight other people if you want.
I'd rather not.
Yeah.
I'm not really into that.
Fair.
I mean, in war, I was kind of like the medic, you know.
Okay, I get it.
Mhm.
At least now we might be able to see their giant egg. You know what that means, by the way?
No.
Yeah, me either. As you begin to make your way out.
I hope you're looking at the memes.
Um,
They're
I-
amazing.
no, I'm currently in general, but I will look at them later.
Oh my goodness. they're about whispers, so
I
yeah.
know.
Like they're great. They're regards to Whisper's feelings towards Nikolai.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't want to try to break character.
Oh,
So,
you're good.
as you enter into the area, some going into the Coliseum, others not. I'm gonna assume. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you now. If you want to fight, you can definitely fight. You don't have to fight Nikolai. Everyone doesn't have to fight Nikolai.
Oh.
But
That'd
there
be
are
amazing.
people here to fight if you want. Nikolai, obviously, you're gonna fight Whisper because you wanted to, and Vol kind of wants to take a crack at things because why not? So she's
Yeah.
gonna stick around. Grok still has a little bit of training to do, so he's gonna chill out and see if he can take anyone. And thankfully enough, Nikolai is already taken by Whisper, so he's gonna try someone else.
Gotcha. So what is the what are there rules for this fight, or are they just like free for all? Like
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that we're gonna take
Okay.
a 5-minute break here, and then after the 5-minute break, I'm gonna tell you what's actually going down.
okay.
I'm basically
Okay.
stating if you want to fight, stay in the squares. If you don't, be like Dust and go ahead and go to the rafters.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Dust would have grabbed hold of the bag of holding.
Oh yeah, I gave you that go holding, by the way. Hey, Dust, just might want to hold on to this before this fight.
Oh yeah, no. Before like you guys even entered in, Dust would have been just like, he would have just grabbed the bag of holding. I'm taking this.
Oh yes. Nikolai, make sure that someone didn't steal it. Like, yeah.
I know it's in another dimension, but I want the bag to be crushed.
Yeah.
All right. As Ada and Dust, you head in.
I mean, if it's in another dimension, isn't it infinitely like dimensionless? So like, if it was crushed, it would just be like a flat.
Nothing would
plane.
happen. It's just paranoia. Dust, Ada, you head over to the rafters, keeping an eye on things. Whisper, Vol, Nikolai, and Grok stay down with the rest of the gang, and the referee, the one with the flag, comes forwards. But with that, we will take a 5-minute break here before the fights commence.
Oh.
I never been so excited for a fight to happen.
Be back in 5.
Okay. Oh.
Ooh.
So, given that the minimum cost of our materials would be, let's say,
Okay, no, here, I got you.
four,
So-
400 gold, and I want to say he cut the price of our gems in half.
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking about 1,000 gold just in materials. Just in materials alone.
Yeah. From what I
So,
remember. Also, I'm back.
okay, I'm not back yet. I'm making a milkshake.
No
So,
problem. You still have time. I'm just saying I'm back.
Yeah. So like, base price for this item would be, just for materials, would be 1,000 gold.
Okay, so at Dogma, I don't know if you would calculate the base poundage of gold. Like, would you say, well, how much would you say a pound of gold is worth in D&D? Is that like, if you do the calculation of point like 0.02 like is one gold coin, or is it like a different ratio?
It would be a different ratio. The reason why we have coins is to make a moniker of how much this value is worth. So, pound versus actual expense is very different. Like even in actual world. But I'm gonna say if you have like poundages, it's definitely worth a lot more than just a coin.
Okay.
Any reason why, Nikolai?
Oh, I was just wondering because if we put 12 pounds of gold into this item, I wasn't sure how much that relatively worth of just raw material cost it would be in the item, not just the same, like not like its craftsmanship and everything, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say a pound is worth, like, monetarily wise, it wouldn't be normally, but monetarily wise, 20 gold per pound.
Okay.
Which doesn't really make sense, but
No. Well, because like I was saying, because if you do the math, like 10, is that right? Yeah, 10. Wait, would it be 20? If you do the math and you have 0.02 is the weight of one gold coin,
yeah,
that means that if one gold coin is 1, and then you have the pound, so a pound would be
like Nikolai. Before you do the math, I'm only telling you, I understand where you're coming from. I don't like it either, but it's just the government basically states, "Hey, this is how much this thing is worth." So you can buy this much of amount of something. This is what we're going with. Instead of you can make probably 100 golds with 100 pound with a pound of gold. But that's not unfortunately what we're working with. That's probably not true. I'm just stating you can definitely make more coins with a pound than 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you could also like make like false coins, and you could just make like plated coins and then sell them as real gold coins too.
Definitely. Like,
so
as early as I think 19. No, I think it's a little later than that. 1880. You could still make gold coins for the longest time. That's why the phrase "it takes a penny to," no, it takes money to make money, was invented because people quite literally used money, coins in this case, to make more coins.
Yeah. Huh.
But yeah, Nikolai, I totally understand. You can definitely make more coins than what I'm telling you. But just to give it a number.
I guess we're trying to because I was trying to look at like earlier this week I was trying to look at ratio of like in the DMG value of selling items to a merchant, and I don't know how the scale of selling this item to somebody scales up to those tables.
You would take into consideration the value of the material cost, and then an artisan would take into account what their time is worth.
Yeah. So it's like, I mean, like, okay, here's a good question. if someone were to make this in real life without a fabricate scroll, like I feel like that in hours cost time should be considered in the value of the item. Like how much time do you think in real in-game time would it actually take to create this item?
Probably
Like,
a month and a half minimum.
Okay.
No, like I actually know a little bit about this. Like I've watched a documentary about the Fabergé eggs,
Mhm.
and there was one Fabergé egg made a year, and I think it took for the small ones, for the simple ones, it took like 4 to 6 months. But for the more complicated ones, it would take better part of a year, because each of these eggs was essentially a birthday present for the Queen of Russia.
That means that they are more like a time-consuming art that has to be like very meticulously crafted to like extremely high detailed.
Oh yeah.
So it's like maybe that's like you're saying a month and a half is on the lower. I mean, I guess if that's like their only job and they do that like day in and day out kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, you're talking better part of half a year to almost a year, which with that natural 20 we would probably be closer to the year mark with this egg alone.
Mm-hmm.
And that's if Dust was working on it the entire time.
Yeah. It's
Like,
time consuming and very expensive.
Dust is almost willing, maybe not necessarily go for the quick buck, but like set up an auction for this thing. That's how proud he is of this item.
Yeah. I need to shift gears here because I really want. Okay, I'm interested in okay. I need to talk to Whisper real quick.
Okay.
In game.
Is everyone good to go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Let me quickly do that. Okay. As you begin to enter into the area, Nikolai, prepare to fight Whisper. Come over. Before the fights begin.
Are you ready?
Looks towards
Whisper?
you and then states, look, I'm flattered, but we're kind of in something right now. Like maybe afterwards or later?
I'm talking about the fight.
Oh, okay. It's kind of hard to tell with humans, you know, and their libidos.
Nikolai like furls his like looks at his head and kind of like squinces and like I don't understand you. I want to like even our little vendetta right now, and like this is like the only chance I feel like we have. Like I don't understand what I can do. I'm not gonna hold back apparently because I feel like you would like me less. So
Could be insulting.
okay then.
Now tell me, what's this whole thing about an egg?
You know, let's see if you survive this, and I'll tell you about it.
We'll see. Well, you'd have to be conscious first, so I'll try to hold back a little bit at the end.
You know, if you hold back, then I probably will win.
I said at the end. When you're already on the ground.
I mean, it's hard to say if I'm going to be on the ground if you're already going to be on the ground before I am.
Again, we can talk about that afterwards. Weren't you into someone before all this? Where's this coming from? Where's this weird energy coming from?
Well, I don't think you have the right to know, because apparently I have had a lot of interesting things happen meeting the person that I've been looking for the longest time and trying to figure out what's wrong with me in my situation. So I don't feel like you actually care of anything about what's going on with my personal problems. So I don't know why you try to be part of this in our group. It feels like you're just trying to hold us back.
Before she can make another quip, Grok comes over and like taps Nikolai on the shoulder and whispers in his ear, I'm pretty sure she's messing with you. She's going with like innuendos.
What,
All right. And then Link steps to the back. Nice way to treat your friends. I can see things haven't changed.
I think that you'd like to be an annoyance, and that's all you want to do. You just want to hurt people and not feel anything.
Your point?
Nikolai just stands there for a little second and looks at her and kind of just scans her down and tries to get any sense of a read, if anything, and kind of doesn't really say anything.
Go ahead and roll Go ahead and roll Nikolai. What was I thinking? Go ahead and roll insight, Nikolai.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
You can tell that she has changed physically. Like some of her gear's different. The blades to her side are different. Her more or less complexion is more or less the same. But you can tell that there is something behind her eyes. But it's really hard to read what it is. While you're doing this, Ada and Dust, you're in the area when you do hear someone coming over. Evening, miss, sir. Are there any bets you're going to plan out today?
No, we're
right.
just here to watch.
Very well then. I will state though that if you do decide to make a bet, just let me or the other attendants in the area let them know. You can choose to bet on someone specifically. Right now, these are one-on-one matches. Perhaps later tonight, it'd be team matches. But for now, you just bet on one of the individuals. And then we'd give you the ratio of what you would get back. But in other words, do have a great day.
All right, thank you.
He just comes over to Dust and Ada once more. Would you like something to eat? He like hands you both a muffin because he has a muffin tray. And then he leaves.
Dust was going to make a bet.
Comes back.
Oh. I'm sorry.
I'd like to put 20 on the tiefling woman, pointing to Whisper. And then I'd like to put 10 on the air genasi.
Right.
And 10 on the warrior over there, pointing to Grok. No.
All right.
Hand it over.
Based off of these equivalent amount, our scouts have stated that the tiefling woman would be a 50-50 split. So you would get 40 back on your bet. The air genasi woman we have not seen beforehand. But based off of our ratings, she is a 1/3 chance defeat. So you would get 3 times your value out of her. And with the gentleman to the side, it would be a 50-50 split as well. So you would get twice what you have put down.
Very well. And I'll give him the 40 gold.
He gives you a small receipt, basically a stamp. Stub. Sorry. Ticket stub and hand it over. Just let me know if they... Well, I'll come over and let you know your earnings. And then we can head out.
So, how does this fight work?
As you say that, we will now begin because I was just seeing if Ada and Dust wanted to bet. As you come over, this nice referee, very young looking, looks toward you with 4 tails behind him. The state. Oh, sorry I'm late. So, are all the contestants ready? Yeah, I believe so. I think so. Get on with the fight.
Sure.
All right. I'm the referee for today. My name is Tail. It's not because of the tails. My parents just don't really know how to name people. It means something else, and it doesn't matter. I'm not part of the entire thing. So the way things are or the way the fights are, it would be contested role contested. So you would have to agree to the match between each other. It depends on how many people are here. It'd be 1-on-1. Right now, we do have enough people that if you want to be teams, we can go with teams. Everyone looks around, and no one really feels up to team fights, at least right now. And then he's like 16, honestly. The young boy then states, all right then. So the fighting will commence as soon as you're ready. Go ahead and see if there's anyone you want to square up with. Magic and weapons are used, but no fatal blows of magic are allowed. What I mean by that is you can't cast something of the equivalent of necrotic damage as your final shot, or if you're, I don't know if anyone's that strong, but death word. That's not the spell, but I think that's what it means. Like you say a word of death and they die.
Indeed.
We do have some medics ready just in case someone does perish, and you do put your life on the line while you're here.
Is wild magic acceptable?
Yes, wild magic is acceptable. I don't know why you're yelling. I'm like 5 feet next to you.
Oh no!
He's like very skittish.
Sorry, I thought the crowd was like all kind of chattering. I didn't
They
know
are.
if you can hear me. That well.
They're shattering here and there, but he is like 5 feet next to you. So
yeah, sorry, my bad.
No, that's fine. It actually helps with his character. He's not a fighter, but he's very good at defense. But I'll let that happen later on. He does state, yes, wild magic is acceptable. Anyone in the area knows what they're getting into. But again, if you can avoid deathly shots, please do so. Otherwise, any money you would be earning would be reduced down.
Gotcha.
All right then. Looking towards everyone, he then states, please go ahead and make pairs, and we will commence the fights when you're good and ready. Whisper then shouts out, I'm good and ready. Really? Did you find someone already? Points to Nikolai. I did. Not my type, though. So, we're gonna fight. Okay. Please make your way into the arena. Please be at least 10 feet away from each other. You do see a few other people here and there teaming up. I'll go you. Grok will go this guy. Boom, boom.
As he, I don't know. I'm going to ready an action to cast a spell as soon as she waves the flag.
Okay. It is a guy, by the way.
Huh?
The referee.
Did I say she or he?
It's a dude.
Yeah.
You said she. It's a dude.
He, as soon as he waves the flag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you enter inside, you do hear someone off in the corner. Well, not off in the corner. They're quite literally at the... I'm pretty sure it's still considered a balcony, but I think it's... What is it called? A skybox? I forget. That guy. There's a word for it, but I just can't remember. I'm just gonna say booth.
Oh.
Dust, I think your mic's acting up.
Oh no.
But as you do that, the man begins to conjure no, I think it's thaumaturgy that makes you loud. Your voice boom out, and he does state,
Ladies and gentlemen of the area, thank you for arriving and thank you for coming one and all. Now we will have fights of grandeur and those willing to bet their money. Begin, and thank you and enjoy the show!
as people begin to roar and cheer in the crowd. Nikolai, I want you to go ahead and roll
Oh, did I just miss? Did you say so? I missed
Yeah.
the whole thing you just said. If
Oh,
you said
wow.
something with what he said.
Basically
you-
he.
For a minute, I logged out back in thinking it was me.
Now,
Oh.
Oh no.
the first time I think it was you. The second time it was me trying to work something out, but I don't think it worked properly. Let me check.
Can you hear this?
Can I cast that ready action before I do initiative?
It depends. They didn't say you couldn't.
Okay. Cast it on myself.
All right. As you cast that on yourself, you do see some weird fluctuation on Whisper. You're not really sure what that was.
Fluctuation. Okay.
It's as if the light hit her and it warped. I'm gonna go with this one. It's been a while.
Yeah, that fits.
And she rolled, just barely rolled a 14. All right,
Oh, okay.
Nikolai, you're up first.
Alrighty then. I'm gonna start it off really great. So I'm gonna look at Whisper at her face, and I'm gonna shout her name that I think that her name is which is Whisper,
Mhm.
and cast Psychic Lance.
You unleash a shimmering light, psychic power from your forehead to create a creature that you can see within range. Alternatively, you can utter the creature's name of the target. It gains some benefit from the cover or visibility, blah blah blah. If the target isn't range, the lance dissipates and the spell slot is expanded. Saving throw. Blah blah blah.
Intelligent.
Intelligence saving throw. You do know when you said her name out, it didn't proc because of that, but because of line of sight. So you just shot.
Yeah. Gotcha. I didn't think her name was Whisper. I thought her name was something else.
All right. Plus modifier. What's the number to beat? Oh, 16.
16.
She does not get it.
Gotcha.
So immediately a roaring, thundering psychic lance just hits her mentally, and it begins to fluctuate. As that happens, you see a weird shimmering light as you saw beforehand, and then you feel a concussive blast hit the ground around her, as if no wind happened, but as if a sudden burst of wind hit the ground and caused it to kick dirt in the air.
Okay.
Looking towards you, she does state, "All right, out holding punches. Got it."
Yeah. Did that? Okay, so I'm confused. Did that hit her?
That did
or
hit
not?
her.
So is she incapacitated?
She's not.
She's not incapacitated because of that blocked the whole spell.
It did not.
Okay, wait, what?
You can tell that her movements are still active, but the spell hit. You definitely know that the spell did hit.
Okay.
You just don't know what happened afterwards, because it should have basically knocked her out on her feet.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'm going to. And then as my other action, I'm going to use invisibility, and that is the gem that I have in my hand.
Mhm.
I'm going to use that, cast invisibility, and then I'm going to run. Oh, that was how far? I don't think it was that far. That was 60, and then I'm going to dash to here.
All
And
right.
that's my turn.
As you dash around her, not really knowing where you are, she does seem to be gesturing into the ground. Once that happens, motorcycle. Sorry. Once that happens, she begins to chant something into the ground. You're not exactly sure what that is, but something is reverberating into the ground, as if it's weird. But Nikolai, I want you to go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Natural 20.
Nice. But as you see her basically touch the ground and something vibrating in the air, you immediately jump into the air as a weird. It looks like a hand just comes out of the ground trying to grab you. It immediately misses, and you do see her turn around and look towards your direction. As the weird hand goes back into the dirt, the hand is almost made out of stone, from what you can tell, and then she looks towards your direction. Oh, all right, that's where you are. And then immediately looks towards you, saying something.
Okay.
And you feel like something has attached to you.
Okay. Gotcha.
You go again.
Okay. I'm gonna. Can I cast a spell as she did that?
Like as a reaction?
Yes.
What's the reaction?
Counter spell.
Let me check. Yeah, classify it as a spell. It washes away.
Sweet. Okay. And then I will shift over to here, and then I'm going to cast. We're going to do Zone of Frost, and I'm going to cast this at 4th level. And I rolled. I rolled all 2s actually. It's kind of sad. So that is a 20. Actually, that is a. Where is my zone?
Well, that's
of
a
frost?
natural 1, so it automatically hits.
Oh yes. Okay, so that is a zone. It's a. It's a 30-foot by 30-foot square is centered like area centered. I'm gonna say, where's my circles? Gonna draw like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So like here. And that's on her, and then she takes 9 cold damage, and then if they fail the first time, when that ice appears whenever a creature starts its turn in the area that or enters the area for the time, make a constitution save. If they fail, they become encased in ice and are restrained until the spell ends. 2, and then I will. I can't move my character. I'm gonna shift over here, and then let's. I'm gonna throw a dagger at her.
All right.
Do I get that advantage because of being invisible?
You are invisible, but that would.
That would get rid of. Well, I already got rid of my invisibility because I cast a spell.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's certainly
So
true. You wouldn't be invisible anymore.
Okay. Then
Sorry.
I will.
For some reason, I was thinking you had greater invisibility.
No, it's just regular.
Yeah.
Actually, let's. Yeah, I'll just throw a dagger at her. That's a 3 damage, if that hits.
Yeah, 21 does hit. As you
Cool.
throw your dagger directly towards her, it stabs into her side. She grabs it from her side and begins to twirl it in her hand. All right, that'll work easier then.
Okay, and then I'm gonna rush to like go here and then rush to here.
All
And
right.
that's my turn.
As you begin to rush around her, you can tell that the ice is warping around her, but it doesn't seem to fully encase her for the first damage pool. As it begins her turn, she must make a Constitution saving throw, I believe.
Yep.
Plus modifiers, she does succeed. But the speed is reduced down by 10, I believe.
I'm gonna cast Bend Luck on that. Does she succeed or fail?
Unfortunately, she still succeeds.
Okay, cool.
But her speed is reduced down by 10, which is good. But
Gotcha.
that's still enough that she can get out.
Okay.
Does she still take damage? I forget.
If she takes if they succeed on Constitution throw, they take half damage. So let me roll again. That would be how many damage is that? It's
36 from what I remember.
44. Yeah. So let me re-roll that one. And that's a 2, so she takes 10 damage.
Half.
Oh no, half. So 5, yeah. Sorry.
That's fine. New spells. As she begins to crawl out, you can tell that the ice is forming around her, but like before, it's not seeming to click or connect to her fully. Not sure why
Gotcha.
still.
And that stays there permanently, so that's there for a minute. Or actually, yeah, that's on the area. Yeah, that's lasts in the area for a minute.
As she looks towards you, all right, that was cold, but thankfully enough, I have something of yours that I can connect with. She immediately throws it into the air, and then she begins to cast something in. Oh, I don't think you would have this, Nikolai. Nikolai, do you have deep speech?
I have Draconic, so no.
Okay. She begins to say something.
Sorry, I don't know. Would it count if Ada does?
You would know what it is, but you wouldn't be able to do anything.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
More or less, you're getting the equivalent of a honing beacon, or at least the phrasing of honing beacon. But as soon as that happens, you see her toss it up in the air, bonus action, movement, and then begins to point directly towards Nikolai, and a very, very dark-looking energy from her fingertip begins to ooze out, almost like a liquid, and then comes into a crystalline form and shoots directly towards you, Nikolai. Nikolai, go ahead.
I'm gonna hold my hand. I'm gonna hold my crystal hand to like see if I can block anything. But I mean, just for flavor.
Yeah. I'm gonna switch your AC because it is 15 currently. Let's see. She had something of yours when she attacks. It would be advantage, but 15 is still pretty good.
Yep.
With her bonus, yeah, she does hit, unfortunately.
Gotcha.
As that weird liquid just turned now into crystal hits you, you get dealt 1d6 plus 5 points of damage. As it pierces in, it does seem to break apart in your body as no actual crystal seems visible outside of it.
Gotcha.
Nikolai, are you resistant or immune to poisons?
I
know
my hand is, but no.
Unfortunately, she hit high enough that it didn't hit your hand; it hit your body.
Gotcha.
If she just hit, I would totally make it hit the hand. But it hits the body, and you can feel a weird pulsing sensation in your body, as if things are beginning to stagger. Your eyesight's beginning to go. Whatever she hit you with is strong.
Gotcha. Okay.
Currently, you are considered poisoned, but not the standard poison effect. Right now, you have disadvantage on your attacks for the remaining time you believe you're poisoned.
Okay.
You go.
Okay, I'm gonna. I'm going to go 60 feet over here, and I'm going to cast. Actually, let's move. Instead of I was there, let's move diagonally. So I'm going to go there, and then I'm going to try to cast Elemental Hex on her. And I will ready a Bend Luck to see if I can change her roll.
Against the creature is type damage, the target must make a wisdom save, become vulnerable to your choice. Okay, cool. Plus
Nice.
modifier, she does not succeed.
Nice. That's huge.
All right. What do you choose, I suppose?
Ice.
All right.
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to dash and go to the edge of the map over here. Whereas my second action. So,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and that's my turn.
All right. Looking towards you, she does feel staggered. Definitely weaker. Let's see how far you are, Nikolai. To see if she'll.
My ice zone.
She can see the ice. She wouldn't be that dumb.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you're not dealing with a standard NPC.
I know, right?
Huh.
I mean, if she has to get to me, she would probably go through the ice. But if she can't, she has to walk all the way around and then not get to me. So
Yeah, that is true.
that's why I was doing that.
Yeah, she's gonna do her dumb attack again. She begins to palm the ground as you saw before. And I want Nikolai to go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw. Now, roll 20. Now, draw 20.
No, that's shit. I can't. That's a save. I don't want to use it now. I don't know what her DC is, but I feel like I
hit.
should. What?
21 hit.
Was that an attack roll or is a saving throw?
No, when you attacked her, 21 did hit. So you know it's at least 21.
Oh no, I'm like she did a dexterity roll on me. Oh, did she hit me? Did she try to attack me?
Oh, I'm still waiting if you wanted to do something about it.
Oh wait, what was she doing? I'm confused.
As you see her palm the ground, you do feel a weird vibration sensation underneath you.
Oh.
She's done it before.
She's doing.
That weird hand thing again.
Gotcha. Is that like she's doing casting a spell kind of thing?
You honestly don't know what this is.
Okay. I rolled a dexterity saving throw to try to dodge it.
Yeah.
So.
Unfortunately, 12 is not going to cut it.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. I'm gonna deal with that.
It begins to rumble, and you feel your leg begin to grab into a vice. As you look down, you notice the hand once more, made out of stone. As you see it, you then see it's grabbing both of your legs, as then it renders into the ground with both you and it in turn. Nikolai, you're considered restrained. On your
Gotcha.
turn, at the end of it, you can roll a strength saving throw, or athletics, if you're proficient in it, to break free. DC to beat 16.
Okay. Is it my turn now?
She's gonna move around,
Okay.
and it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna use a bonus action, and I'm gonna cast Misty Step and get out of this restraint.
All right. As she looks towards you, she says something, and immediately, Misty Step is in level 3, right?
No, it's level 2.
Okay. Sorry, level 4. My bad. And immediately the Misty Step cracks through.
I'm gonna counterspell her counterspell.
Cool. She didn't upcast it.
Oh wait,
so
no,
it'll
I can't do that. I can't do that. That's 2 spells.
Ow,
Is that a
that's right.
reaction? Yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah, that would be a reaction.
Okay. I don't think that works, right?
I don't think so. At least from what I
Okay,
remember, it
never mind.
doesn't.
Yeah, okay, you're good.
I was about to say, man, you're doing great.
I know,
But then
yeah.
TD. She immediately counterspells your Misty Step.
Okay. I'm gonna. Okay, I can't move, but so I will throw a. Let's do. How far is she away? She is.
Closer now.
She's 92. Okay. I'm gonna do a ray of frost, and then I will. To do that, I'm gonna have to do a bend. I'm gonna have to use one of my sorcerer points and do a distance spell, so I can get to that distance.
Mhm.
And she has to roll. So it does 16 hit.
16 does not hit.
Okay.
As you begin to see the ray of frost going directly towards her, she moves to the side just barely out of the way. You can tell it's skimming along her clothing, but then moves out of the way.
Okay. Do I have to roll? Is it an action to get out of this?
I'm basically doing this saving throw at the end of the turn to get out.
Okay.
It's not an action. It's just if you get out, you get out.
So did you say acrobatics or not?
No, athletics, because you're literally trying to break out of the ground, or the strength saving throw.
Okay, let's roll an athletics. They're both the same, so.
Oh, nice.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
+1. Nikolai, you're able to basically crawl out of the hole.
Holy cow. Cool. And then I'm gonna use my movement and then go to there. What's the turn, by the way?
Like,
I can't.
how many turns it's been?
Yes.
I believe 3?
Okay, cool. I thought it's been like 4 or something.
It
But...
might have been 4. This probably is 4.
Okay. And that's my turn.
Are you able to move at the end of your turn? Like, after the saving
Oh,
throw?
that was the end of my turn. Never mind. No, you're right.
Like, this is not a game me asking.
If it's the end of your turn, then you're done. So if you're rolling a saving throw to end an effect, then I would say no.
Oh, okay.
So no, I'm stuck there because I tried to roll at the end of my turn. So
Nikolai, you could have lied to me.
I'm not roll slater, dude. I'm not gonna.
That's fine.
I don't know. I'm thinking that would make sense, honestly. Because it's the end of your turn, and then you don't have anything else to do. That's just an ending action.
Looking towards you, Whisper does state. Oh, this is a lot more fun than I thought. It's a good thing I already came prepared for this. All right, then. Immediately looking towards you, looking at the distance. Oh, she still has to get closer.
Oh no! Look at me go.
Oh, you just barely beat her by 5 feet.
Oh, look at me.
She's gonna have to do a long distance attack then. As she looks towards you, you see that weird, it's her face. You can see a weird inkling in her eyes. You saw that before, but nothing really came above it or around it. She begins to say something towards you, but you're not actually able to hear the words since you're so far away. Ada, you do hear her state something along the lines of bloodletting, which is not something you want to hear. But as she looks towards you, Nikolai, I want you to go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Wow.
Luckily enough, you rolled high enough that you only take half. As
Okay.
the wounds you have currently taken are beginning to open. You take 3d6 points of damage. Oh, why didn't I just roll 3d6? Whatever.
Oh, oh my goodness!
I rolled very low. Good.
1,
Just
2, 3, 4, 5.
reduced down to half, so 2.
Oh yeah, cool. 2.
As
Let's
her-
go.
Oh, I forgot her bonus action. I could have made her move. Oh well. Bonus action dash.
Is she dashing? Yeah, she.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's my mistake, so I'm gonna live it.
Gotcha.
Nikolai, you go.
Okay. I'm going to. Let's see how far I can go. Ooh, so close. I'm gonna move to there. You're not gonna like me. I'm gonna cast Zone of Frost, and I get to re-roll. That's at 3rd level, and then let's do draw shape, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's a 3rd level Zone of Frost. So it's only 20 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's that. Oh wait, that's short. It's that. And then she takes. She would have to do her Constitution Constitution saving throw, or take 5, and then since she's. And that would pass. So she takes
Plus
half.
modifier, she would pass.
So, but then that's halved, but then it's doubled. So,
So she takes the full extent.
yes. So 5. And then I will use my dash action. Let's go to, I'm going to not take damage from that. So like 10 and then 30. So it's 40, 45, and 15. And then that's my turn.
All right. As it becomes her turn, roll another con save. Plus modifier. Oh, nice. I guess she's technically frozen in place.
So then she takes another the 2d4.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's 16.
All right. As she begins to be coated in ice, you can tell that her feet are stuck in place. As the ice basically begins to hurt her, you can tell that she's taking damage, but not any more than you expected. But at the exact same time, she should be taking more. If you had to guess, she
Gotcha.
was resistant to ice before, and now she just doesn't have resistance.
If you're wait, is that what the spell says?
I'm gonna remember.
That spells.
I read it a while ago.
Zone of counterspell haze. Where's my thing?
If I'm wrong, let me know.
The target must make a wizard become the following type. The spell has no effect if the card is immune. If the target is resistant to the selected damage, they lose resistance for the duration. Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Okay, that's her turn.
All right. And are in case until the spell ends.
Did you have me? Since I took damage, I didn't roll a Constitution saving throw for haste.
Oh, that's right. Nikolai, go ahead and roll.
I shouldn't
10 and
have said
above,
anything,
you should
but yeah, 10 and above.
Yep.
Constitution.
You're fine.
Cool.
Ba-ba-ba. All right. They're just restraining ice currently, unable to move.
Let me roll a d20. Cool, I'm good. That was for wild magic, by the way.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. You casted another spell.
Yeah.
I think you're still fine. But it has moved up to 2, from what I remember.
Okay. I mean, I've casted a bunch of spells.
Oh, yeah, that's
so
true.
I don't know what it's at right now. I could roll it a couple times if you want me to.
Nah, that's fine. I'm going to say
Okay.
it's up to 6 now, so you just barely passed it.
Okay, cool.
All right. On Whisper's turn, she's currently restrained, so unable to move. But how close are you? Oh.
Oh my goodness.
She's not going to go full out because that could be dangerous to everyone else. she's just gonna do this. As soon as she looks towards you, Nikolai, she begins to grab a dagger from her side, and you see some weird black blade to it. She then takes her blade and just sinks it into the ground. She holds it in there and doesn't do anything else from what you can tell. Currently restrained. Does she get another save at the end of the turn, or is she just stuck there? Any creature that is restrained by the spell can repeat the Constitution save at the end of their turn. I'm gonna assume it means like the next turn.
Well, I guess if you did it at the beginning of your turn, it's usually at the end.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
2. No, she's still stuck now.
Gotcha. So
Nikolai.
she'll take damage at the start of her turn next time.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna cast a. Let's do a. I'm gonna cast a chromatic orb at her at first level. Just throw that at her. Does a 21 hit?
21 does it.
Is that regular damage or is it double damage? Because she's not vulnerable. Is she just it was reduced before or resistant?
I guess it just hits.
Yeah, but like her resistance, she was resistant to ice. Now she's just regular.
Yeah, she's just regular now.
Okay, so that's 13 damage.
Yeah. The chromatic orb comes in and begins to just dissipate a good amount of energy around, and for 13 damage. Nikolai, go ahead and roll d20.
Okay. That's 7.
Oh, you just barely beat it again.
Yeah, I know.
Looking towards her, you do and can tell she's considered bloodied now. She has been frozen, beat up here and there. Honestly, if it wasn't for these giant ice squares, who knows how this would have gone.
Isn't that battlefield control really good?
Yeah. Nikolai, anything else?
I'm going to can I do anything?
I think you have a bonus and a little bit of movement left.
I have another action because I just used one of my actions.
Oh yeah, that's right. Haste.
But I can't use another cantrip. I don't think I can. So I do have a spell. Honestly, wait, where was I? I was there, right?
You were next to the square, but I forgot where.
I was here. Okay, so I moved there. Let's go 20 and then 20 and then let's go another 20. How far can I throw a patch?
Depends on the patch.
Depends on the patch?
Yeah. Like, what's in the patch?
Better not be that demon goat.
Oh, it's a demon goat.
I'm curious. I'm really curious. Oh shit. I know. I want to save that for something, but I'm like so curious at the same time. I feel like it's gonna get me killed, but what can I do? Just can I do a stealth action?
What do you mean by that?
Like you try to just stealth, just hide from her.
It's gonna be hard. Like, there's really nothing else to hide around. Do you have one of the feats that makes you hide in natural terrain?
No. I mean, I have the ability to to change my form, but
I'm willing to meddle with the rules a little bit. Go ahead and roll stealth and see how well you do.
20.
All I see is Zone of Frost. Oh wait, stealth. Sorry. Wrong monitor.
Oh my gosh. The rolls though.
You begin to more or less turn into a big slime-like thing, transparent enough that you just, if someone isn't looking at you, you would be near invisible.
Gotcha. Okay. And then that's my turn.
All right. On Whisper's
And-
turn, she's currently restrained. So go ahead and do
she
damage.
takes- that's 7 damage. I thought she would take double, but no, she's taking normal, so that's 7.
As soon as she looks towards you, also hurt. She doesn't seem. I'm actually gonna have to make her roll. 14 plus modifier, not enough. Looking towards you, does not seem to notice you. But she's still frozen in her form. As that happens, she then states, "All right, I don't know where he went, but doesn't matter. I still need to buy time." Still plunge dagger into the ground. She spins it once more, basically twisting it in the ground. And then at the end of her turn, plus modifier, nope, not enough. Still stuck there.
Okay.
Nikolai.
Okay. I'm going to go right up to her as I'm stealthed. And then I'm going to, as I see that she's trying to do something in the ground, and I'm going to like put my hands like right where she's doing it, and then throw an ice knife right on the ground, trying to interrupt what she's doing. And I'm going to do that at 2nd level.
All right. Yeah, 23 definitely does hit. As you have your hand basically hovered over towards her, Nikolai, how mean do you want to be? Because you can basically spike it into her hand if you really want to.
I want to spike it into her hand.
Yeah. You basically volley a very clean cut of ice in and through her hand, causing her to basically release whatever she's doing. But you then,
Cutting out.
I think you might still be affected by the ice knife if you're within 5 feet. Nikolai?
Yes, I would.
Yeah.
I would take the cold damage, so I'm taking 4 cold damage.
Would the person attacked also still have to roll and take an additional damage? I'm assuming so, right?
Well, I'm just taking it's additional cold damage. So yeah, I would take I have to roll my DC save. So yeah. What is the save for that? That is a dexterity.
Yeah.
5. So I'm
DC to
taking
beat 16. Thankfully enough, she passes it. You do not. With an 8.
Let me roll a Constitution. Yeah, I can save that. Cool.
Cool.
And yeah.
Go ahead and roll a D20 once again. We are now at 7,
6.
and that's a 6. Go ahead and roll the wild magic chart.
Gotcha. Natural. There we go. 72. Wild magic table. Wild magic table 72. Load. 72. You gain resistance to all damage for the next minute. Oh my god.
Holy
Nikolai won. I just lost 20 gold.
Yeah. As this happens, you basically caused her to let loose her spell before it could actually proc on her turn. Wait, Nikolai, do you still have another action? I don't believe so, but I could be wrong.
I ran up and then I cast my
Yeah, you still
spell
have another
at-
action. Just not another
and then
spell.
No, I don't have another spell. I'm going to what does she have in the ground?
She had like a very not a basic, but basically she had a very dark looking dagger plunge into the ground. Still plunge into the ground. She just has no control of it anymore.
I'm gonna rip the dagger out of the ground and then slash her with it.
All right. You grab the dagger immediately out and then go in for the slash. If you're proficient in daggers, you can definitely use this thing with proficiency. But go ahead and
Gotcha.
roll 1d20 plus dexterity and
can just roll
proficiency if you
that.
do have it. Oh yeah, that works too. 15. No, I was right the first time. 16, however, does not hit.
Do I see that this dagger is like special?
Yeah. As you slash through into the air, you can tell that globs of shadow are basically
I'm gonna roll
boiling
a
through it.
luck on that. Does a 16 hit? Wait, what would that be?
No.
17.
This would be 17. 17 does hit.
Oh wow, cool.
Go ahead and roll 3d6 plus 5.
Plus 5. There we go. Oh my gosh.
All right. That'd be 19 total. You slash into her with the weird shadow gobulets. Bending in, you can tell that at this point in time, the shadows begin to intercept into her body, and then you feel... Nikolai, you won this already. I'm going to tell you that outright.
Holy crap.
Like, great area control, great magic distance casting.
She's restrained. I get the advantage.
You also get advantage. That's true. Go ahead and roll once again.
I forgot about that. Oh no, it's
No, it's the same one.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyways, restrained, attacking. You already won. The thing that clinched it, though, because she still has some health left, is this last attack, which is not enough. I'm going to already tell you outright to take her down if it wasn't for this effect. As you strike into her, the shadows go and bend into her body. Whatever's happening right now, you can tell that it hits her primally, going to her bloodstream or the like. As you see her skin, a very porcelain blue, begins to be a darker shadow, as if the shadows from her body are going towards her, trying to rip out as she hits the ground motionless and unconscious.
I see that I've won, and then I will dispel my whatever I still have haste, so I'm gonna pick her up and then carry her over to Tails, and then try to see if I can arouse her so that I can at least kind of shake hands and be sincere about the fight.
Yeah. You go over her. Sure, he can be named Tails. It's fine with
Oh, were they Tails? I thought they were Tails.
No, yeah. He has Tails, but he has a different name. But he can be named Tails. That's fine. Heading over towards Tails. You stay. Hey, wake her up. Begin to more or less lightly jostle her awake. You can tell though she is not waking up. As he looks down, he just state, "All right, you begin to wave the magic away, your own area.
Yeah.
And then he goes, "All right, let me see if I can heal her. It shouldn't be too bad." Raises her hands over her body, and then nothing happens. You see a distance charge in his palms, as if magic was building up and ready to cast. And then when it hit her body, it just sunk into the ground as if it wasn't allowed to be touched.
Oh.
Don't tell me you killed her.
Oh my god, please no. Come on, we just better.
I don't know what happened.
Oh my god.
Can I roll an Arcana check to see what I did?
Yeah, go for it. But the from what you can tell, it is definitely the effect of the blade, as well as something else. It seems to be a double-layered effect. You can tell you striking into her. You don't know what you struck into her, but you can tell that this is part of the one of the parts that is causing her not to be basically affected. A secondary part seems to be something that she already placed upon herself that heavily kept magic from affecting her body. Unfortunately, in this case, it's not helping her heal either. So there's two shells basically wrapping around her body that is keeping her in this state. But Tails does look towards you. I'm not sure what's going on. We're gonna have to take her in the back.
Okay. I definitely dispelled the magical hex that was on her.
Yeah.
Can Ada go after her?
Yeah. You basically jump down.
Dust would be like, after seeing that, he would definitely jump down and run over to Whisper.
Yeah. Both of you head up.
And he is going to. Dust is just going to reach down, touch her, and cast Remove Curse.
As you begin to put your body down next to her and entwine your magic with her own form, the magic hits her body, and just like before, envelops around it and then sinks into the ground.
As Nikolai is kind of standing there and realizing that he kind of messed up a little bit. Like he felt like he went like a little bit too bloodlusty for the whole fight, because I felt like he wanted to be genuine, but then maybe the knife was just taking it that step too far. So I want to feel like he's kind of taken back by that a little bit, and he kind of like doesn't think he was genuine. He felt like he was being a little bit too harsh.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that requires, I don't know if Dogma, if you've done this yet, or you have some kind of system in place, but
I want you to go ahead and roll a d20.
I wanted to say a sanity check, but
yeah, insight.
Oh.
Sorry, intelligence. Save.
Okay, gotcha. Intelligence save. Oh, a d20. Just a pure intelligence.
Intelligence save.
15.
15.
Oh, that was intelligence. Intelligence save. It's the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Literally the same thing. As you begin to look down upon her, you can tell that maybe you've taken a little things too far, or maybe you're not exactly sure what's going on. Whatever the case may be, you can tell that something is wrong here. Whether it's your fault or just not knowing, that is clouding your judgment right now, but it's not going to stay there forever. But something in you is more or less rereading and re-evaluating your actions, reactions, and the like. Basically one of those things of, before you go to sleep, you're thinking about all the things you've done today and how you messed up. But it's not so debilitating that you are frozen in place. Ada, when you come over towards Whisper, you begin to cast Dispel Magic, and one shell of that weird layering does break apart, but the other one sticks around. As you do that, Vol does look towards her and does state, all right, I don't know what's going on, but Ada, you did help out with the magic thing. This might be bodily. Dust, you mind assisting me with this?
Yeah, let's do this.
She begins to take out her own medicine kits and begins to grind up a few things here and there. She asks you to assist and begins to prep up some medicine. As that happens, you then help grind up something into a pulp, and then Vol administers the potential medicine. Advantage. All right. As she begins to grind it up into her mouth and basically making sure she is able to eat it, right now she's still unconscious, but not breathing, which is a problem. As that happens, you can tell that as the medicine is injected, you can tell that something in her begins to convulse, and you feel something basically coming towards the mouth. She does tell everyone to get back as she leans over towards the left, which thankfully enough, no one is there. Ada somehow moved before anything happened, which is good. And she just spews out bile that is just pure black. And then her breathing becomes normalized once more. And then she's still unconscious, but Vol does state, all right, whatever that blade is, I think that was the secondary thing. But Ada, thank you for, the magic get rid of thing. I don't know what happened there.
I'm sorry. I didn't know what it would do. I just was fighting, and
it's okay. You just got into the fight, all right?
Okay.
Vol does look at you. And go ahead.
Oh, no. Continue.
Vol does look towards you, Nikolai, and she does state, it's fine, Nikolai. Right now she is fine. We're gonna make sure she's taken care of. Looks toward... No, this would be metagame. Dust, you would then lose 10 gold from Vol because she does state, I'm gonna make sure she's taken care of, so I will have to looks towards the woman she was gonna fight. Fight you another time. Congratulations, you win.
Well, just listen.
Yeah. Vol then looks towards Whisper. She does seem to be breathing well now. I don't know what that blade is or what she was trying to do, but it seems that breaking it before it happened potentially caused her for this to happen. So when she wakes up, we really need to ask her a few questions on what she can do. She wasn't able to do that before.
Yeah. At this point, Dust will pick up Whisper. At this point, he doesn't care about the 40 gold. He'll pick up Whisper. Let's go back to the inn.
Vol nods as you both make your way out.
Nikolai doesn't really. I don't think he wants to move. He's kind of just frozen.
Grenada try to move him with the group.
Keep moving with the group. Tails assist you. When you're moving away, heading towards the rest of the team, Tails looks towards Grok. I'm gonna say, if you're part of their team, I am. I'm gonna go with them as well. Sorry. Dust. All right.
No, that's perfectly okay.
This is the amount your teammate won. He gives Grok 20 gold. Make sure he gets it when everything happens. I'm sorry I couldn't help your friend. I'm not exactly sure what's going on, so you did the best you could. As the rest of the team heads back. In the meantime, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Wow. Oh.
I'm just gonna tell you outright. Grok would have won, and unfortunately, Vol would have lost based off of these rules. Winner, 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 winner. Automatically lost due to disqualification. Winner.
Well, Dust put the money on Grok and Vol just out of good faith. He wasn't really expecting them to win.
Yeah.
Nikolai winning, that was unexpected.
Oh, that
But-
area
That
control was
crazy,
so
man.
good.
That was
That's
a
good.
great fight, but like that was
God.
unexpected.
I have chills, like literal chills.
Oh my goodness. I had to
Are
like.
you okay?
I don't know.
I mean, listen, we did talk about this like last week in case if
Well, I mean,
Richard technically did that.
honestly, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if are we still in game, honestly?
We will likely we can end here and see what happens next
No,
week.
you can continue. You can continue the little like what we're doing in the for like the figuring out Vol for a second, and yeah.
As you begin to take care of her and make sure everything's okay, Vol does begin to state, all right, we just about have everything covered. As someone, I accidentally deleted her token, comes back inside. Entering inside, you do see Opal looking towards all of you, looks towards the bed. What's going on here?
Things went a little crazy in the arena.
Oh, Nikolai won?
And Nikolai kind of like shudders and is like kind of distraught a little bit. Like, well, yeah.
I mean, that's great. We got to celebrate. She's gonna be okay.
No, Opal.
I don't know if it's a celebration. I guess it's kind of just like, yeah, cool.
Oh, you haven't dealt with death yet?
No,
Opal.
I didn't kill
Opal,
her. What are you
Opal,
talking
stop.
about?
Okay, Opal, shush. You're not helping right now, okay?
Goes over towards Whisper, looks down at her body, and then she begins to say something, which all of you can hear, except maybe Nikolai, because he's kind of down in the dumps. Now he can
I
hear,
don't know.
because he's 5 feet next to her.
Maybe I'm
Oh,
kind of
no.
curious. I'm like kind of like concerned-ish, listening. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you're panicked, but you're still trying to be attentive. You do hear her say, Huh. Oh wow, I've only seen this one other time. Huh. Ironic. Then she looks towards, I'm gonna say Vol, since she's technically taking care of Whisper. Alright, it should be fixable if you want me to fix her. I think time will do that, but thank you. Oh no, time won't do that. Honestly, you've done quite well, taking care of her now, but, how should I say this nicely? Nature is kind of trying to kill her right now. So I am going to, remove that from her. You're gonna remove her nature from her? No, I'll explain later, maybe. Probably not. And then she begins to look towards Whisper, and she begins to bring out a few weird devices. These aren't, or at least these don't look magical, but they do seem to have like weird bracers, a strange necklace around her, and then another item that seems to be a staff. She puts the bracer on Whisper, the necklace over her chest area, and then the staff itself, Opal does hold onto it. As that happens, she just hits both of the items on her body, and then you see that weird shadow that warped into Whisper basically is removed from her into these two items. As that happens, both of the items break, and then she goes, "Oh, those were expensive too." Okay, she should be fine now. Just needs to be shook and awake, or rest. But she should be fine.
Oh, thank you, Opal.
Yeah, whatever.
Yes, thank you, Opal.
She puts the staff back. Then Vol, more or less, begins to like shake Whisper awake, because Vol is responsible, but she is very young, so she kind of wants to know what happens or what happened. So
Dust will be at the bedside with a very worried expression.
Yeah. As you very weirdly look towards her, Whisper does begin to open up her eyes, looks around her, and then states, "Well, this was embarrassing." Looks towards Nikolai. Okay, I forgive you now. Can't believe I lost.
You. Oh. That's unexpected, I suppose.
I mean, yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, that area
I thought-
terrain thing really slowed me down.
I thought I killed you.
Maybe if the entire... Wait, how did you fix me, actually? The spell wasn't complete yet. Looks around. I'm gonna assume, like, someone rats out Opal. Yeah, that'd be me.
It would be a combination of Vol and Opal who helped you out.
Vol then states, I mean, Ada helped us too, to make sure we could actually do something about that.
Yeah,
Whisper
that
does
too.
look towards Ada. Yeah, someone highly dependable, definitely able to help out. You can tell she's talking you up, Ada. Like, so much. And then Whisper does look towards Vol and Opal. Thanks for you both too, I guess. Yeah. Honestly, that spell is very dangerous unless finalized. I basically used nature as my instrument and tool. You saw that weird hand thing that came out of the ground.
Uh-huh.
This time around, I used something else. But that's something else a little darker and not finalized. Well, it could injure the caster, so.
I guess I didn't really. I thought it would do something, and I grabbed it. So.
Oh, it was going to. Basically, the effect I was gonna do was create a web of shadows that pronged out on the next turn, and basically held you restrained completely. Even if you use magic, you wouldn't be able to go away.
Wow. Okay. Well.
It was the only thing I could think about with the whole terrain thing.
Hmm.
But since it wasn't able to fully proc, all it was able to do was basically sap someone's life away. And well, I was hit first.
It would have had some trouble. I think I had some resistance against some things on the last part.
I mean, you managed to defeat me. That's actually very impressive. Only reason why I'm forgiving you. Just don't do it again.
Nikolai nods his head and kind of just slinks off and looks out into the window.
She
Pensively has a 50-yard stare.
takes up smoking.
No,
No,
I don't
not
know.
yet.
maybe e-cigarettes. I don't know.
Takes out a nice drink. Whisper
Sure.
then looks towards the rest of you. But yeah. Honestly, Nikolai did great. Thought it'd be reversed. I mean, if I died, I died. Kind of part of the job. Nikolai really looks at window. He doesn't really have to beat himself up about that. It's kind of part of the job.
You may think that, Whisper, but you're still a friend.
I don't know how I feel about that, but I will not take your moment away from you. But yeah. You did technically win, Nikolai. I am technically honor bound to assist you on something, so if you need help with something, let me know. I'm kind of already helping out someone else right now, but if it doesn't contradict anything, I can help.
How do I flip Nikolai? How do I flip my token?
I forget. I'm just gonna flip it for you.
Okay. Cool. Nikolai turns around and he says, like, I don't, what do you mean honor? I felt like it was just a fight for our friendship, I suppose, or lack of friendship. I don't know, but if you feel like that is part of your honor, I'm not gonna say no.
Look, I already told Ada this. I don't really do friendship, so I'm kind of doing a whole credence of code thing. This is honestly the best you're gonna get.
Yeah, that's fine. I understand.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it friendship, but it's the closest thing with me.
Okay.
Better than nothing. But yeah, if you guys need my help, just let me know. I have a job for the next 2 months, so.
Actually, I know what you can do, and you can do it right now. And Nikolai comes in a little bit closer. Ada,
Yes?
did you tell Whisper anything about your condition?
No. No, I didn't.
Well, Whisper, your task is to help her with her condition and solve it. And Ada, it's up to you to tell her what it is.
Looking at that, Whisper does state, yeah, that doesn't contradict at all. And she is completely misreading this, because she thinks she's just helping Ada out with what she's already going to help out Ada with. She rolled a 5. So,
okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to help her out.
Okay.
Looks like I'm going to be stuck with you guys for a bit. Well.
Yeah, come join us, and it's be a lot of fun.
Better than sticking around in one place without getting paid. Especially the not paid part.
Yeah, did you want to see the egg? I mean, Dust, if you have the egg, you took the bag. You can show it to her if you want.
Whisper just
Yeah,
looks for
you wanted to see the egg?
Yeah,
And
what
Dust.
You take out the egg, immediately flabbergasted, Whisper does state. Okay, now Dust wins. As we end the session for tonight.